ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I'll be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Shooting stars.
Didn't even get to bronze.
I'm moving too far. Get to glance. You're looking at a shooting star. Got more than a couple of people going mad. I swear they're rooting hard. Said I might be big in the game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast. Didn't even get to glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant. If you had swag like mine, you know it's best to flaunt. We aren't hating because you aren't. Shining like it's neon. Rock like kings of Leon. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, shooting. Yeah, shooting shots. Shooting stars.
Didn't even get to bronze.
Hello everyone, welcome to Tottenham Away, the best place to be on a Monday night if you're a Spurs fan. If you're not a Spurs fan, we love you too. Well, what a weekend that was. Unbelievable result for Tottenham Hotspur. Fantastic atmosphere. We're going to get into all of it and more. Plus, still a divide amongst the fans. How? We will get into it. Guys, let's go.
The first game we look for, Robbie. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away? Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away?
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Don't know where you're from, but wherever you are, we've covered all the areas. Morning, afternoon, and evening. JP, my man, big up. How you doing?
I'm all right. There's a soul man who's magic on the ball. He plays for Tottenham Hotspur and he comes from Senegal. Love it.
Who's that?
Hey? Dyer. There's a new song for Dyer.
There he is. Mate. Papa. Star. Not Star. Big up. Will Stewart in the house. How you doing from, is it sunny Atlanta or is it?
Yeah, it's pretty sunny. It's been pretty dang hot. No, it's definitely sunny today. Mostly sunny. 93 degrees Fahrenheit is what my computer says right now. But that seems a bit cool. It feels like 120 out there today.
It's been hot in London today. Really hot, actually. It's getting to that point where it gets a bit too hot, but I prefer it like this than not. Let's quickly say over in the comments.
Raining,
JP, when it rains in London, it's always dirty rain as well. We've got Seth Rax. Big up to you. How you doing?
It's a new face.
Tony Rodriguez, LA007. We've got Chris. We've got Jason. We've got William in the house. We've got Graham. Big up to Graham as always. Rob Ayres, big up. The Bertie Hotspur. Wolves F1. How are you doing? Good evening, Top Way. Chat. Come on, you Eagles. Just do it. Hey, Scott M, do you think you have an agenda? You are a Conte fan, but we're going to talk about Conte and people's comments about Conte tonight, Wolves F1. So make sure you stay locked into the channel. 3 SS Sports picks. We've got Manny, we've got Conrad, Scott M responding back to F1. We've got Jamie Git, we've got JJ, we've got Tot Spurs. Big up to you. Mike Zappa, legend. How are you?
Oh, caught up with him at the weekend. Caught up with him before the game. Top man.
Yeah, he goes to the protesters, Mike. He is a top boy. Scott Hynam, Stell, tune of the day. In fact, I'll give you a tune for the day. Here we go. A tune for the day, people. A tune for the day. How's that for a tune, man? There you go. There's your tune, sound boy. We've got Eve SP, big up. We've got J.O., Darren Ayres in the house, Richard Knight, Elijah joins us. We've got Norman. Big up to everyone in the chat. Over 100 people. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless all of you. Epic tune. It was an epic atmosphere, to be honest with you. Before we get going with the show, I just want to say a massive thank you to a couple of people here who I bumped into the stadium or came up to me, said hello and whatnot. But Ian, big up to you. Phil P, woo! Big up to you. Andy, his boy
Happy
Charlie.
birthday to his little lad as well.
Yeah, big up to Phil P's little lad. They're in France now enjoying life. Big up to Andy and Charlie, Tom and Graham, OG protesters. Dean, otherwise known as Stixie, in the comments, and to Louis and Nick as well. Big up to them as well. Fantastic stuff. What did you predict? I predicted Spurs would draw 2-2. What did you predict?
I'm sure you said they'd get slapped. Didn't you say they'd get slapped last week?
No, I said 2-2. I think, you know, we're going to discuss it. But I think I said 2-2.
I can't remember.
JP, do you remember what you said?
I don't think I made a prediction.
Doesn't matter. All right, well, look, let's get into it. Let's get going. So, we all took our seats. The atmosphere was fantastic, I have to say. There was a giant tifo. There it is. There you go. That was the tifo. There's a big tifo saying, "Welcome to N17." Flags waving either side. Lots of singing. Fans were bouncing, jumping. Really, really good atmosphere, has to be said. And then I'll tell you what I think, and then you tell me what you guys think, right? I thought for the first 20 minutes, I thought we were shit. I thought we were just like Tottenham of last season. Wasn't impressed. Misplaced passes from the back. Not creating much. And if we had gone down 2-0 to Man United in the first 30 minutes, I don't think we could have complained. They missed some absolute sitters. I think they got caught offside once as well. I think Vicario might have made a save. But it was, for me, Man United were the better team. The last 15 minutes of the first half, I felt Tottenham got back into it, and it was an even game. We were unlucky not to score. We hit the crossbar, then we hit the post. At half time, you'd say, do you know what? Man United were a better team, but Spurs, we found a way to get back into it. Second half, I thought we absolutely dominated the ball. We were all over Man United. They were there for the taking. We got our 2 goals. One of them was a bit lucky. One was really well deserved. Vicario made another couple of saves. Anthony hit the post, but we we were creating chances as well. So overall, Spurs definitely deserved to win the game. It was a game of two halves, but the way we dominated Man United in that second half was impressive. It really was impressive. And listen, hats off to Ange, hats off to the players. I'm still not convinced by Richarlison. I still think he's crap. I thought Bissouma was outstanding. I thought Maddison was on another level. Pape Sarr had a brilliant game. Romero, people that have been cussing Romero all this time, Romero was the best defender on the pitch for both teams. He had a brilliant performance, Romero. Up front, we did okay. But overall, yeah, the second game of the season with a crap pre-season, hats off to Tottenham, man. I can't complain. Other than the striker situation, which I think we all know, we deserve to win it. JP, did you kind of see it the same way? Did you see it differently?
Yeah, pretty much. I'll say kind of like first thing, the atmosphere. Now for me to get to a game, I get a bus, a train, a tube, a train, and then walk to the ground, right? Just before probably Finsbury Park, on the tube, which takes me to Seven Sisters to then get on the train to White Hart Lane. You could feel there was a whole load of Spurs fans on the tube, and you could almost feel the atmosphere. It just felt different. It's almost like everyone was excited, everyone was really chatty, everyone was just talking about how we're going to play. Could we push Man United back? Is this like a breath of fresh air with Ange and stuff like that? So the whole mood was totally different. Now it's obviously this kind of like attacking style of football that we've seen for like, I don't know, 2.5 games, 3 games, whatever it is, in terms of pre-season friendlies as well. But it has lifted everyone. Before the game went over to the protest, there wasn't many people there in terms of the Levy out. There was I don't know, maybe about 60 odd people, I think. And then went along to the other one for the tickets. They had a few more. They had a microphone. They were geeing people up. There were a few more songs there and stuff like that. So kind of like it built it up nicely for the first home game as well. And I think that was also another key thing because we've not had football for a long time. Obviously the summer break. It was nice getting back to our home to watch a bit of football. Now, as it started, I actually thought, hello, kind of looks like we're on it straight away because there was a really quick move, which was played over to Son, who unfortunately didn't connect with it properly. So at that point, I thought, right, okay, here we go. Like that's like a really nice tempo. And then after that, it kind of just like we almost lost it, kind of as you say. And I think about the last 10 minutes of the half, we kind of started playing a bit, started passing a bit up, like together and stuff. But second half was, it was like chalk and cheese to the first. Kind of like Bissouma was almost, this is my house. This is my house, and you guys ain't getting anything out of my house. Papa Sarr's energy, it seemed he was all over the place, and he seems to have like these really long gangly legs, right, which stretches out, and like I think he covered Porro like a good few times. And Vicario made saves, some of them were key, some of them there was a couple that was offside, but he wasn't to know, right? So I think it kind of all built up nicely, and I think the most important thing for me was the fact that we kept a clean sheet against one of these
100%.
top boys.
I think we were lucky to keep the clean sheet, though, JP. I think it was more luck than anything else.
It's fair enough, and who was it? He had a free header in the first half, didn't he?
Hernandez.
Oh God, what's his name? Yeah. But I think Anthony hit the post. I don't recall too many other chances that they had, but we're never ever not going to give teams a chance,
Yeah.
Well, it's only 2 games, right? It's only 2 games. I think we just got to see how it slowly goes, but we need to enjoy the moment when it comes. We can't just, it's only 2 games, calm down. Yeah, calm down, but we've got to enjoy it, man. I mean, that was, for us, it was the last time we really
It's a contrast.
outplayed
style of football.
And outplayed the top 6 team. I can't remember the last time we actually outplayed them for a good period of the game, not just a couple of good moments. I think last year Newcastle twice we lost. I mean, we got battered at St James's. Arsenal twice we lost. Man United we drew 1, lost 1. Man City we always beat them at home. We lost away. Who else is there? Liverpool screwed over twice. So it's nice to play a top 6 side and actually own it. Will, you did the watch along. How did you see it?
Yeah, it's kind of the similar thing. The way we kind of called it there was, maybe the first 5 minutes or something, we kind of started off a little bit strong, then disappeared for the next 30. And then the last maybe 10 minutes of the half, we kind of picked it up again and started, doing some things. Then came out in the second half. Then other than, maybe the last 10 minutes or so, we pretty much dominated that entire second half. For me, Papa Matasar was man of the match for me. I think he was, the brightest person on the pitch. Basuma and Madison were great on the day, obviously. Similar thing, I thought Pedro Porro was really good too. A lot of people have been giving him crap about not being able to defend. And during the watch along now, I kind of do sarcastic things where I debunk common, memes or whatever that are running around the community live during the game. So that's always fun. And then
spice it up a bit, right?
Well, yeah, too. And when you're doing a live watch along too, people can't accuse me of watching the game on a spreadsheet. So that helps.
Big up to Hennessy. We met him for the first time on the weekend. He got the train from Surrey, and then I gave him a lift back to the hotel. Only for him to find out he hadn't actually booked a room in the hotel. So he had to get a cab back to Surrey at 1 or 2 in the morning. The poor guy. But anyway, big up to him. Will, can I ask you a quick question? Actually, big up Alex Box Office joining us. How you doing, my man?
Woohoo!
Will, why did you say Pepe Sarr's your man of the match and not Bissouma?
Well, I mean, he scored the goal as well, did similar things, was really controlling, had several slide tackles there on the sideline there that would prevent touchline, preventing a lot of the counterattacks on that right-hand side.
He helped Porro a lot, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, just overall, just a really good performance for him. Statistically as well, was the best midfielder on the day. So, yeah, that's why.
Big up, Alex. How you doing? You were also there on Saturday. What did you make of it, Alex? What's your view on the game?
That was the best performance since Poch. Let's just say that right now. And by the way, but me saying that we ain't popped. So Tottenham fans, chill out. You know what I mean? Especially the people, and I'm not having the guy. I don't want to mention his name, but because I'm dearly disappointed in him, and he knows why. Sava and Perchi, because they all didn't like Conte. But the people that were all for Conte last year, and now all of a sudden say, "Oh, we didn't like Conte. We don't like Conte anymore. Oh, he was absolutely awful." Don't lie to yourselves. Come on now. Honestly, please. Honestly, you're just deluded. You're mostly deluded. Yeah, because if you're gonna just be honest with yourselves. You loved Conte. You're all shouting for Conte. I never shouted for him. Yeah, right. And I'm not shouting for this guy either. Even though I like the tune that they're making for him, by the way. Yeah, but this team's not popped. Yeah, I actually agree. I don't know. This is so weird. That it's how the universe works now these days. I agree with Sava last year. Now I'm starting to agree with Will for some reason. Now, what's going on? What's actually going on? What's going
Everybody
on?
does eventually, Alex. Everybody does
Weird.
eventually.
The universe. You know what I mean? You know, I need to introduce myself because the thing is, something's added to my name now. Mr. Box Office, the main event, the Professor of Truth and Entertainment, and also the ratings killer. Yeah, because I'm a ratings killer, I've been told, because I let the ratings go down whenever I go on the stream now these days. And that's it. If you don't know, get to know. You know what I mean? Like I said, Basuma, the best thing since sliced spread. I told you he's my midfielder this year. I told you. You know what I mean? I didn't see Højbjerg. Where's Højbjerg? Højbjerg out the door, like I said. Basuma's my midfielder. You're saying Dembele vibes, yeah? So that's the master talking again. You know what I mean? Sar, actually agree with Will, because I'll tell you what right now, Sar, yeah, he made himself known. Yeah? Yeah, Madison, my guy, Madison, yeah? My guy, Madison, I can't go over the top though because he might be injured at the end of the day, and that's it. And people are
Yeah.
having a go at Vicario saying that he's the next Gomez, yeah? Who I'm still saying that we need to build with him and he needs me time, and that's it, yeah? Well, he had a good game as well. Again, put people in the mud again, like I said every single time, and that's it, yeah? You know what I mean? And that's it. And that's all I need to say. And that's it. And all I've got to complain about is Richarlison. I'm not even complaining about the goals. I just want him to move. Move. That's all I want him to do is move. Yeah? And that's it. And you still have your reject Kulusevski who's doing absolutely nothing again. And that's it. Mr. Box Office talking the truth again. And that's it. If you don't know, get to know. Back to you, Stelios. I'm done.
Definitely ratings killer. We dropped 20 viewers during your. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding.
We listen. We don't. On Tottenham away, we're not focused on stuff like that. People can say what they feel they want to say.
I did feel
Alex,
kind of like Madison though. You know, still kind of like Madison. He feels like a Tottenham player. Wherever that is, wherever that means, I don't know, right? But he seemed calm on the ball. He's quite happy to drop his shoulder, step over the ball, turn around and do a pivot, play the ball out wide. He kind of has that calmness about him that does that. He looked good. Shame he left with a boot on. Let's see how that pans out. But
are you worried about that though? I'm not really worried about it, to be honest with you. And I said on my show the other night, Alex was there, and with Bournemouth being the team that we got coming up next, I'm okay with Lo Celso stepping in there and giving James Maddison a rest rather than trying to force him into playing, if he's got a knock. I mean, why not? Lo Celso did well in preseason as well. So maybe even better at times.
I would be totally up for that.
Yeah. You know Wayne Holland, the Leicester fan? He said when we signed Maddison, he sent me a list of pros and cons. And one of the cons that I remember him when he sent it to me, he said he gets injured too much. He did say to me that's one of the weaknesses of Maddison. So we don't know what the injury situation is, but we'll find out. As long as it's
not serious, giving him a rest for a week, if he's got a knock, let Lo Celso get a run at it. I'm cool with that.
It's like no biggie. But I don't know
do you think he'll play Lo Celso, Will, or do you think he'll bring in Oliver Skip?
No, you got to if you're taking Madison out, you got to bring in Lo Celso. Nobody else can do that. If he brings,
I agree. But
if it's Oliver Skip in that role, then that's a mistake right then and there. So,
kind of like the only thing I'd say is obviously I don't know if there's talk about him leaving in a transfer window and stuff like that. But if
not
Madison
serious links,
I would almost block any of that now and just go.
I mean, I talked to Lo Celso.
You're playing.
Yeah, let him play. I mean, he let him play in preseason. I thought Lo Celso was probably the best midfielder in that first preseason game, just as good as Madison in the second. And any other time he's been on the ball, I think he's done well filling in for that role. So, this is the type of if Madison is a guy that does get injured a lot, it wouldn't hurt to have somebody who can come in and fill that role. And step in and have the quality be pretty much the same, 80-90% the same. So
We ain't popped, bro. We ain't popped. We ain't popped. And I have to make this absolutely clear because I mean, some
It's
people were
game.
saying,
It's day
top,
2, man. It's day 2,
some people
game
were saying
2.
we had our
You know.
Tottenham back, and I'm like, I'm sorry again. The gift that keeps on giving Tottenham fans again. It doesn't take that long. Don't take that much to make Tottenham fans excited. You know what I mean? You know, the worst season in mentioned history last season. Well, actually, I wouldn't say just embarrassing season last season in history. And it doesn't take a long time for Tottenham fans to actually think, you know what? Actually, let's give it time. Let's give it time. You know what I mean? Yes, it was a statement against Man United. Casemiro was nowhere to be seen because of Basuma. Yeah, and they were saying that because he didn't get support. Well, I'm not being funny. If you're a leader, you tell Mount to say, you know, Mount, mate, you know what, Mount, you need to help me out a little bit. You know, Fernandez, rather than you complaining, you know, and moaning, looking like an absolute wuss, yeah, right? Rather, maybe you need to start helping out and be a captain. You know what I mean? It makes Maguire look very good at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But you know, that just says it for itself. As like I said, but you know, it's just the thing that the thing that was good is that when they started to move, and that's why I wasn't complaining about Richarlison. I wanted to move. Didn't seem to move whatsoever. Yeah, Kulusevski flop. Honestly, yes, he was okay, but again, we're making excuses for these players. Okay, if we're going to make excuses
Didn't
for
Kulusevski
Kulusevski,
set up the second goal, Alex?
yeah, but he was okay. He was okay, Stelios. He was okay. Yeah, he should have
But
still done more.
didn't he also set up one of the
Yeah.
goals against Brentford?
Well, he's okay. He's okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, but
Right
you
now
need
he's
to do
having more
much
of an
more than what
impact
you're
than
doing, bruv. I'm
some
sorry.
of the other
No,
And I
creative
want
players,
Song up
aren't they?
front. I
Madison,
want Song up front. Yeah, because he's not
set
he's not a
them
left midfielder.
both
I
up
want
at
Song up
Brentford.
front. Right. I need a striker that's actually going to work with the system. Yeah, a young striker. Yeah, because like I said before, there's no good strikers anymore these days. They're all hyped up by Fabrizio Romano. Then everybody goes over the top about them. Look,
Bar
Vlahovic is one of
Holland.
them. You know, Vlahovic is
Well,
one of them. I'll tell you
well,
that for a fact. So
when we said Richarlison's not good, I mean, I've said it. Richarlison's not good enough. I can't believe he's wearing a Spurs shirt. I really can't. I think he's a very below average football player. And the excuse I always hear is, but he plays for Brazil. But Brazil have been rubbish since the 90s. I mean,
They've not had a good number 9 for a long time.
this isn't the Brazil that I grew up knowing.
well,
It's not even
the
close.
thing is, so there's no number 9s. There's no them great number 9s. Yeah, you've got
You've got
Kane.
Ivan Toney.
You've got
Holland.
Ivan Tony's okay. He's good. But
Milan,
the thing
yeah.
is, though, he's ruined his
We're not really
reputation.
getting
What
that
he's done already, bruv. He's ruined his reputation. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody else says. Yeah, and like if he just goes off and leaves Brentford after they backed him after his ban, that don't look good. Sorry, I don't really care, to be honest with you. So for me, I have to wait and see on that. But for me, you get a young striker in, right? You work with him for 3 years. We'll work with him because we're doing the build. We're doing the build, so we're not Champions League anymore. Yeah, we're supposed to be building this season. Yeah, if we're about to believe what we were told in June, by the way, we're building, right? So as far as I'm concerned, you can put a striker in like Scarlett, the guy that we're trying to be linked with Belgium, and you can work with him, and then he could might end up like Kane. He might end up like Kane. You know what I mean? Well, might end up a good striker who plays in the system that Postecoglou wants to do, and that's it. You see what I'm saying? And that's it. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what else we're doing with this at the end of the day. We didn't need Kane. Glad he's gone because I've lost weight now. I've lost so much weight. So, oh my gosh, I've lost so much weight.
As long as you're all right,
Kane's
Alex.
gone.
As long as you're
Oh
all
my
right.
gosh, I look so good now because the amount of time I had to hear about Kane it was draining. It was draining on me. And that's it. Back to you, Stelios. I'm done.
I think all Spurs fans now surely agree that we need a striker. Okay, I think I'm struggling to find any Spurs fan that thinks Richarlison need the line for a season. The question is, who do we bring in? I mean, we've got two young players at the club now. We've got Dane Scarlett and we've got Veliz, the boy we bought from Argentina. Is it worth us giving them a chance, guys, or is it too risky putting them up front when it looks like
if it is going to be this
we've got a bit of togetherness and the team's playing well? Is it a bit what I mean by risky is there seems to be a flow at Tottenham now, and is it worth changing players that might disrupt the flow in hope that it improves the flow? Because that's the other side, isn't it?
Well, right now,
because they're young. They're young
but right
players,
now,
that's why.
Richarlison, all he's doing is running, and a 19-year-old can do that just as well, right? So you're not losing literally anything by putting in either Dane Scarlett or the new kid. The new guy maybe needs to learn the system a little bit, but Dane Scarlett, if you watch him play in the friendlies, was up top, sitting on the shoulder of the center backs, was running, was pressing, was doing all the exact same things Richarlison's doing, but he actually scored a goal. You know what I mean? So
well as well, didn't he?
Yeah, and it wasn't a header. You know what I mean? He held the ball up, turned, and shot, scored. And you're not losing anything, because if all Richarlison's good for is energy, right? 19-year-old's got way more energy than he does. So, you know.
I mean, even yesterday, like yesterday, Saturday, he wasn't holding the ball up. He wasn't playing anyone else in. He wasn't getting on the end of the ball. He was literally just closing down. And
I think he had one key pass.
And he was on the floor. He was on the floor a lot.
I mean, I don't even expect too much from him. I don't even expect goals. I just want him to do something. Just move. That's all I was wanting to do.
Yeah, like he didn't even have energy.
There was a striker
the other day,
called Emil Heskey one day, once upon a time. And there was a striker called Firmino who didn't score that many goals, but at least he was a nuisance. You know, I'd rather have Solomon up front. That's how sad it is at the moment. I'd rather have Solomon up front. And I was telling that I didn't even notice him at Fulham. So what does that say to you? What does that say to you? I'm actually saying I'd rather have Solomon, Son, and Perisic. And I thought Perisic was done. What does that say to you? My gosh, look at the tables are turned. Honestly, because I don't know what this front three does. Honestly,
I think the issue is with Richarlison. Okay, as well as being an average footballer, which I can't say it any more times, he's now low on confidence. He's now lacking confidence, which is making him really fucking poor. So the only way you save a player's confidence or build it again is you keep playing them until they get a goal, maybe another one, and then it lifts them. But then the longer you play them, they don't score, their confidence sinks deeper. So the other option is you take them out, which will give them a confidence hit again, but you're taking them out of the spotlight. But either way, there's going to be a decision that has to be made. Either you keep playing them, and that is from a confidence perspective. Not the rest of the team, for his confidence, because as it is now, you know,
Ange came out yesterday, right?
That should be an easier game. He should be getting a goal against Bournemouth, surely.
Hey, Gogama. Ange came out the other day, right, and said about Skippy and Emerson. Like, do you know what? They played well, but I want to see what the other guys do. There's no harm in him saying, I don't kind of like Richarlison's kind of like nose maybe turned out of joint a little bit, but do you know what? Like, I want to see what Dane Scarlett does for me. I'll give him a half and I'll give a Les like the second half or something like that.
The thing is, with Emerson, JP, I knew we were going to drop Emerson because when we were doing the predictions the week before, I said that I felt that Emerson would start because he's more defensive away from home. But when we play at home, we'll be on the front foot a lot more and Porro will start. And I think that's kind of the way they're going to look to do it. In games where we've got the advantage, we'll play Porro. In games where maybe it's a bit trickier.
Yeah, but we played Man United.
Yeah, but we're at home. We're going to go for it. Like, I knew we were going to go for it against. I think all home games, doesn't matter who turns up, we're going to go for it. I just feel
Porro was better against United than Emerson was against Brentford, 100%.
Emerson was absolute crap against Brentford. I've got to be honest. I'm sorry, he's just getting on my nerves.
He scored that goal, so he got a pass.
Like,
for me, it's like, well, hold on, take the goal away. What's he?
He was crap.
Yeah.
He was crap.
I agree.
Honestly, because the thing is though, he was doing this midfield role, and it was just like, oh my gosh! And then he was doing what he was actually supposed to be good at.
He was all over the place.
He was supposed to be good at defending, and he was so crap. I mean, I will give it. Like, yeah, I absolutely agree with Stelios. I mean, yeah, he wanted to attack. he wanted to attack. He wanted to make a statement. Postecoglou, who again, I'm not over the top about it. And by the way, he's saying it himself. By the way, yeah, he said this team's not popped. He says, I don't want. Why are you cheering for me right now? I've done nothing. So he's saying it himself. Yeah. So it's like he's saying what I'm saying. So what you're telling me I'm negative. So you're telling Mr.
He seems grounded, right? Like he seems grounded.
He's grounded.
Right? No.
He's grounded. So it's like he's saying the same thing. Because like I said before, yeah, it's good that Maddison and Basuma. Yeah, I'm
Alex,
giving Pop Basuma. Huh?
I'll tell you what he's doing. He knows how to manage pressure. He's managing the pressure. He knows. He's up here. He's a wise dog. I can tell he's a wise dog. He's been around the block. He knows.
Yeah, he even handles the reporters really well. You know what I mean?
Oh, he handled the Kane situation fantastically well. But the point I'm making is, I want to see this guy when he's got a bad run. I need to see him when he's had a bad run. Yeah, or we don't achieve the targets that we need. Also, I need to say something because someone said something very, very pivotal here. No manager really lasts 18 months. So why have we not got a director of football still? And I don't care whether Postecoglou doesn't use director of football. Yeah, I'm still unsure about that. I'm sorry. We need the director of football. I'm sorry.
He's still here,
I'd
man.
rather not have one, to be honest with you.
He's still here. He's working as a consultant.
Strategy.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me that guy. Sorry.
I'd rather not have one. I mean, is it weird for me to say I'd rather not have one? I'd rather have the manager be more in charge. And you got that. I was watching some Ali Gold the other day, and he said that I can't remember some Italian guy's name or whatever. Levy and Postecoglou kind of have this triangle that are handling all of the signings and stuff like that. And apparently Postecoglou was quoted during a press conference saying, "Yeah, I have all the final say on transfers. I don't let anybody put anybody in my team that I don't approve of." So
yeah, but at the same time, though, Will, at the same time, if this is going to be consistent, right, and we're doing it like Brighton, right, you get a director of football in regardless, yeah, because the fact is, yeah, right, this needs whether it work, because the thing is, I'm still skeptical whether this, because unfortunately good starts don't mean a good end, unfortunately for Tottenham. We all know that. I think it's the biggest achievement if he stays the whole season, and I'm sorry that's going to be an achievement for me.
No, that's an achievement for sure.
We don't keep managers, especially for 18 months. So for me,
no manager has finished a complete season.
So
guys, very quick. Let's go to this super. I just want to quickly do the super chat. It's been sitting there for ages. Big up to Trinidad and Deep. He says Spurs will be the dark horse this season. Mark it. Well, we will see as the season goes on, and I will mark it. Don't you worry. We will mark it just for you. I just want to ask you guys, in terms of stats, these are the basic stats, not the Will Stewart advanced stats.
Lacuna's got a penalty, by the way.
Yeah, I heard they got a penalty. They'll score it. I expect them to beat Palace anyway.
Yeah, 1-0.
Spurs had more possession than Man United. Total shots, Man United had more, but on target was equal, off target was equal. So in terms of chances created and shots, it was an even game. It wasn't this, blitz by Tottenham, which is why I said the first 30 minutes I thought we were crap. Second half, though, we were the better side, no doubt. Passing percentages were pretty even, clear-cut chances. They had more clear-cut chances than us. And you know what? It kind of goes back to what I was saying, that they will get in behind us. And in fact, they did exactly what I said they would do. The difference is they didn't take their chances. They fluffed their lines. If they took their chances, we would have been I think it would have been a different game. But that's how football is played. You take your chances, you win, you don't, you lose. In terms of passing stats, check this out. In 2 games, compared to all the other previous managers, average passes in the opposite half, Postecoglou's outdoing everyone. But it's 2 games, so it's a bit of a disingenuous analysis they've done here. At least do like 50 games. And then
it just makes it look better, doesn't it?
But
they just skewed it, and it's a bit. Hold on a minute.
I have to say this. We
haven't played Man City. We haven't played Arsenal. We haven't played Liverpool.
Yeah, but Stelios.
We haven't played Brighton.
To be fair to him, he's insisted, and this is where I give it to him. He insisted, and by the way, Nick, stop say I'm not waffling, bruv. So stop being a fan and get back in your box, bruv. Anyway, moving on. My point is, right? My point is, no, sorry, Stelos, because he takes the mix sometimes.
So we want Tottenham away. You say what you want.
My point is that he does want everyone to start passing at the back. So we're going to make mistakes. We are going to make mistakes. Yeah, and we did make mistakes in that game. I'll give also some big ups to Udogie. Udogie, for me, yes, he did make mistakes, but this guy is proving me wrong, and he's shown some very good attitude because, like I said, he could have kicked off this season. He could have said, you know what, beat this.
I signed for Conte.
Yeah, I signed for Conte. He's had a fantastic attitude. He's had an absolutely fantastic attitude, and for me, he's been really good. I think Van der Ven's been okay. He's been okay. I think everyone's go over the top again. Over the top again. You know what I mean? And I don't know why people are saying I'm waffling because I'm not waffling. I'm saying that he's been good, very good. Maybe you should clean out your ears. My point is, yeah, big up Gudemar, by the way. And like for me, that it does look like a good unit, and got to give some props to Romero. Romero looked calm. He looked calm. He didn't rush in. And for me,
what have we said, Alex? What have we said for a year and a fucking half?
Someone a little bit decent next to him, right?
Put someone half decent next to him, we'll see a better defender. What have we been? Put players around him that are actually half decent, we'll see a player. And all I heard was, now he's shit. Now he's overrated. Now he's... Some fans said, actually, to be fair, I think it was a split decision. Half the fans saw it, half the fans didn't. But I wasn't surprised by that performance by Romero. Not at all.
It was just very calm, and it makes sense. It does make sense what he's planning, and that's it for me. And yes, I did call Bentancur a reject, but if you put Bentancur in that side, it's going to be frightening. It will be frightening. If he gets back up to fitness, that is frightening.
Madison, and Basuma.
Let me ask something. Whilst on this subject, I want to ask something. Gaguma, the princess, the queen, thank you for your super sticker. You know how much we love you. Let me ask you this question, because this is something I actually asked a week ago, and now I'm going to ask it again. Madison? Where is it? Madison? Bissouma?
Busy.
And Pape Sarr. Those three, as a midfield trio, are they in the top three best midfield trios in the Premier League? So if you were to pick three clubs with the best midfield three, do those three go into the top three? Not the number one, in the top three. Because for me, I think it's a yes.
No.
I think it's a yes.
I'd say they're up there, top five probably. But not the top.
Well, who's better, Will? Who's
Man City's midfield is better when everyone's fit, right?
Yeah.
Arsenal's midfield, you could argue, is as good, if not better. And then that's it. Then we probably come in there. You might even say Liverpool,
but I think that's
if they get firing. Right now, they're not.
But that's by default though, Will, because the thing is though, listen, I get where Stelios is coming from a little bit, but at the same time,
tell me who's above us other than Arsenal, Man City.
I don't know that, but I don't know,
especially on form.
But I don't really like making that judgment right now after 2 games. I think they need because the thing is though, I like Basuma. I do like Basuma, but you ain't done it yet, bro. You ain't done it yet. You ain't no Vieira yet,
Alex.
Bro.
He's a quality player, man.
But you ain't done it yet, bro. You ain't done it yet.
We don't need to compare him to Vieira. We have our own Dembele.
I'm sorry. No. Sorry.
Alex, he doesn't need to do it for 20 games in a row. We can see he's a top player. You can see the way he plays.
This is the problem.
He's a top player.
The problem.
No doubt.
But this is the problem, Stelios. One good performance,
keep doing it.
Everyone goes over the top.
It's all pre-season and it's Brentford. It's not one game.
But at the same time, but look at our pre-season, though, Stelios. At the same time, listen. You've heard it. You heard it from my mouth. Right? This guy was absolutely fantastic. Maddison was fantastic, but you need to be consistent. Yeah, you need to be consistent now, because now Now you put the standard up. You've shown your standard now. Yeah, you need to be up there now. Yeah, there's no going downhill now.
I hear what you're saying, but wasn't he doing that at Brighton, Alex? Didn't he do that at Brighton? At Brighton, he was
didn't
up
win
there.
nothing.
That's why we signed him.
But it didn't win nothing. Didn't win nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Team. Give that's for Harry Kane. Harry Kane.
But the point is though. Yeah, I've seen it with these midfielders. Yeah, they are so good. They're up there, right? Okay, right now, solidify your moment now and make yourself known now, bruv. The season now, bruv. Yeah, I don't want to hear this. Oh, it's his best performance now. Yeah, you've shown your standard. Now lift it. Yeah, that's what elite players do now. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is what Maddison needs to do as well. Because I'm sorry, you got relegated last season with Leicester. Yeah, that's on your record, bruv. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm only saying this because I do like these players. But you need to push it. You need to push it, bruv.
I'm going to counter what you're saying. See, this is where when fans do this, I disagree because you're judging a player based on what 11 players do. I don't think that's fair. I think you've got to judge the player for the individual he is, not the entire team performance. I think that's just unfair. And that's what we're doing. We're saying,
sorry, all I need to say is,
I'm not sure because Leicester got relegated. Leicester got relegated, not Madison FC, Leicester FC. And it's like when people go in on Kane. Kane won every individual award he possibly could and every goal record, yet people still shout on him. But that's why he's left Tottenham. He's left Tottenham to shut you lot up. He'll win a trophy at Bayern this year, and it's like, right, I've done it now. Shut up, please. And I think Bissouma, you can just watching him, you can see he's a top player. He could go and have 5 bad games in a row. I know inside he's still a top player, though. I know it. I can see it.
But bro, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Make yourself known then. Get the Carabao Cup then, bruv. Go and get the Carabao Cup.
Tottenham have to do that. Tottenham, not Bissouma.
But this is what I'm saying. Make yourself known. Make yourself a legend. Get that Carabao Cup then, bruv. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, because we ain't got that. We ain't got Europe this season.
When he wins, Alex, when he wins man of the match, he wins man of the match.
Well, great. Dele Alli won man of the match. Where is he now? Where's Dele Alli?
And you look at his heat map, right? You look at his heat map.
Well, look how many times
he's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Look how many times Dembele won.
Look, I kind of agree with Alex a little bit that he has to keep doing it, right? He has to be consistent. It's all fine and dandy that he's been absolutely amazing so far this season. But come April, if we're still saying that, then yeah, I would say we've got it on our hands. But we cannot get ahead of ourselves with players that last season, by the way, didn't have good performances. And are you really a great quality player if you can only play in a midfield 3 and you can't play in a midfield 2? I don't know. I don't think you are. Right? World-class players can play in any system for any manager in any at any club. And if it was obvious that Bissouma couldn't play in a Conte system.
But I'm not saying this to have a go at him, yeah? I just want to see the best right now, yeah?
But didn't he do this at Brighton, though, guys?
You want to see it carry on,
right? I get you, bro. But at the same time, bro, yeah, you can be a great player, but the fact is, yeah, if you want to be remembered, yeah, because unfortunately, Dembele was a great player, but he's not going to be remembered. He's not going to be remembered for winning trophies, bro.
Bissouma is quality.
Yeah, he's quality, but quality can only go so far, bruv. You see what I'm saying? You ain't no Roy Keane, bruv. Because the fact is, Roy Keane can look at himself and say, "Well, I was quality,
Roy Keane played for the best manager in world football and played in the best team in the land for 10 years. Roy Keane was just so you can understand, Phil Jones won multiple league titles just because he was at Man United. He's shit.
Yeah, Roy Keane playing in Tottenham in the exact same area ain't winning shit, right? The same Roy Keane playing for Tottenham Hotspur in that same era ain't winning shit.
Exactly. Roy Keane ain't winning nothing at Spurs. This is. I get your argument, Alex. Like he's got to do it consistent. I get it. I don't disagree with that, but I just feel maybe it's the coach in me, man. I don't know. When I see a player and I see something, I know there's a player. I know when I see a player. Do you know what it is with Bissouma for me? And I'm not getting carried away, by the way. He's a lot better than what I actually thought. I knew he was good. I saw him at Brighton. I'm like, this is a good player. When we signed him, he was one of the only players we signed that summer where I was actually super happy. I'm like, fucking hell, this is good. And I was gutted.
Then I agree with that. I agree with you. But the problem is that
I'm seeing a player that was better. This is better than what I saw at Brighton from Bissouma. At the moment,
but even Ndombele has a player inside of him, right? Like, from a coach's perspective, from the eye test perspective, Ndombele is a player. He has abilities. The problem is he cannot execute. He cannot consistently or apply those skills to the game on a consistent basis.
Bissouma runs the game.
He runs the game now in this system. He didn't run anything last year for Conte.
No, I agree. I don't disagree with that. I don't. But he didn't. I think. Do you know what? I think. Do you know what? In fact, Conte thing. All right. I want to get onto the Conte thing. Let's have this. Let's have this one out because, look, I just want people to know when I wake up out of bed in the morning, I wake up for me and my family, nobody else. If during the course of my day, friends, work colleagues, people I've known for time need my help, support, I'll do what I can, right? But I wake up for me and my family. That's who I am. You might like that or not. I don't wake up for other people, for other people's YouTube channels and for other people's subscribers and collaborations. I couldn't care less. I really just don't care. My community is Tottenham away, the guests that come on Tottenham away, people who invite me onto their channels, and people that on a match day, they come over, hello, how you doing? And once in a while, people I chat to on the phone. That's my Spurs community, not this community that everyone else talks about. I couldn't care less about the Spurs community. I care about my community, the one that I've built around me, or the ones that you guys have built around you on the show tonight, and I'm allowed to enter it. They're the communities I only give a shit about. So for too long, I've had to tread on eggshells because this person might get upset, or this person's got health issues, or this person is going to have a breakdown, or this person is going to tell lies and spread rumors about you if you don't. Do you know what? I don't care anymore. I wake up for me, right? Now, I'm going to mention his name. I'm not going to attack him. And if people can't understand that, just unsubscribe, go watch another show. You don't understand what I'm saying. I'm going to attack the opinion, right? And what the opinion then causes. Because when I do this, or Will does this, we get so much shit for it. And we get called into WhatsApp groups and special emergency meetings. Oh my God, the world's ended. Give a fuck. Will wakes up for his family and himself, right? Give a fuck. And if anyone wants to engage in debate, we will debate. But the problem is when you ask people to debate you, they run a mile and you hear every excuse under the sun. I can't debate you because if I debate you, then this person will have a go at me for being friends with you. It's on you. You've chosen that. So to the point. And there's a reason I said all that. Yesterday, honestly, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was so happy yesterday, people. I was so happy. Just so you can understand, it's on Saturday, just so you can understand, this is how I felt on Saturday, right? I have a look. Have a look. All right, you get the idea, okay? JP, Alex, you were there. We were so happy, man. Like, it just felt great to support Tottenham. So you'd think that all the
tune,
fans,
by the way. It's a very good tune.
Tune.
It's a very catchy tune. It's a very catchy tune. I've got to say it. Even if it's from Celtic, it's a very catchy tune. I have to say it. You know what I mean? So
Alex,
sorry to interrupt you.
Absolutely. No, mate. It's absolutely fine. Saturday was so much fun, and even afterwards, we were smiling. We went for a drink. We went and we broke our backs to go and find somewhere in the middle of Wood Green, so we can all go and have something to eat. We were out till 12 at night. It was just a great day out, right? We enjoyed it. So You'd think that all Spurs fans would be like, do you know what? Yes, but no. It's just not possible, is it? We can't just all be happy together, right? So when people have a go at me for it, no, it's you, right? Check this out. Look at this. So I come back, I put all these videos up on YouTube, and look at this message from this guy, Gary Barnes. What an absolute moron of a person. Look at this. Very hypocritical. Don't give Enoch money in the stadium. So he's got a season ticket or a member. I'm confused. Why, man? Like, why? What's wrong with you? Spurs are beating Man United. Basuma looks amazing. Madison's playing quality. The fans love the manager. Everyone's together. And the first thing that pops into your imbecilic skull, where's Stell? Enoch in. You can't be happy. And then what does that guy do? Facilitates this idiot. Look at this one. Look at this one. Agreed, mate. In or out. And then the next one comes in. And then the next one comes in. Such a weird group. Stell and his cronies, they protest, hypocritical. Honestly, I sat there, I read each one, and my reply was simple. If I don't support the team, you tell me I'm not Tottenham. If I support the team, you have a go at me for being Levy out. You guys will never, ever, ever find a good bone in your body to share, man. You are just not made of that, the minerals of goodness, man. And this is all they do, these people. I'm thinking, do I put another video of happiness up on our channel out of, concern that these imbeciles are going to come flying in and attack? I support the team, not the regime. I support Tottenham Hotspur, not Levy and Enoch. I will do whatever the fuck I want that makes me happy, people. And I'm happy supporting the team. And I protest in the stadium and out the stadium. And if you don't get that, I couldn't give two shits. I will call you out. And then just when you think, all right, dealt with that, this happens, right? Whether he directed it to me or not, I don't give a damn, right? Sava has to go and put a video out. Conte fans in the mud. Tell me why on a day when we are happy, you've got to go and do that.
No. I'm
speaking. I'm speaking. If you don't want to do this, Alex, you can leave the show, my man. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No. I don't want to hear your defense of nothing. Yeah. Right? This is my opinion, my view.
Yeah.
I'm not attacking him. I'm attacking the opinion. Why go and share that on the day that we're happy? Right? Who is that directed to? I'm Conte in. I support Conte. I backed him all the way. Listen, I'll defend Conte right now. Who got us top four? Conte. Where were we when Conte got sacked? Top four. Conte asked for Bastoni. What did he get? Longley. And Postecoglou gets Van de Ven. Conte wanted a goalie. Who did he get? Fraser Forrester. Postecoglou gets Vicario. We wanted a left back. Well, we got Ben Davies and Sessegnon for a whole year with Conte. Udogie for Postecoglou. We wanted Zaniolo as an attacking mid. What did we get? Nothing. Postecoglou gets Madison. Like, I'm not saying Conte is God, and I'm not saying he's the greatest, but I backed Conte for one reason and one reason only. He's a winner as long as you give him the tools he needs. Don't make out Ange hasn't got better tools. 100% he's got better tools. He's got an attacking mid. We haven't had one for 3 years. He's got an actual proper centre-back. When's the last time we fully signed a centre-back since Romero? There isn't one. The left-back situation has been diabolical. But guess what? Udogie, he's fucking brilliant. Conte never had him. And then I look at the goalie situation. Fraser Forrester was a terrible signing. And I said at the time, Vicario, who I'm still not 100% convinced on, are better. So I think there's got to be some balance put in this. But instead, Conte fans in the mud. And it's not just him, by the way. Perchy, another one. He's got to mention it. Like, so many fans had to go in on it. And all I thought was, fuck my life. Imagine if I or Will Stewart did this about Son. It would be World War III if we did it. You know, how does this unite people? How does this make everyone come together? It doesn't. It simply doesn't. Whereas if we were to do it, it would be you're divisive. This is why the community has beef. Bullshit, man. It works both ways. And I just got fed up of it this weekend, man. I've tried my best to keep it all civil, and I will keep it civil. But these opinions are wild and crazy and unnecessary at a moment when we're happy. Perchy and Sav, if you want to debate it, then debate it like men. Come on our channel. You can come on whenever you want. Sava, I will come on your channel. Perchy, I'll come on your channel. I'm sure we will do the same. But you don't entertain it. You won't go there, and I hear every excuse under the sun. Man up and debate, or these opinions, I will counter them. Because it's insane. And, you know, just like when people get upset, oh, but Stellis, you said this, and invited people to come on my channel and say all these nasty things about me. Well, guess what? You've done that Conte out thing. And look at these comments. We're getting called out now.
But
we're getting called out. I hear what you're saying. My point is, I'm just going to wrap it up. My point is, it's not one-way traffic. This happens in both directions, but it's only seen from one way, right? I don't get out of bed to grow Sava's channel, Perchy's channels, Henry's channels, his channel, her channel. I get out of bed for me, Tottenham away, and my family, man, that I live with. That's why I get out of bed. I don't care about whether it's your full-time job. I don't care whether it's whether it's your career. I don't care about your subscribers. And dude, I debate the opinions and I debate the views. And I will have my views and I will counter when I see things where I think, hold on. If someone's going to say something about Levy out, well, I'm Levy out. That's me. If someone's going to say the Conte fan, well, that's me. I'm going to say something. And if I'm not allowed to speak because you won't debate, and therefore I have to stay silent, I don't live my life like that. My life is on my terms, and I will be respectful, and I'm being respectful. I'm attacking the opinion. On the day that we win and everyone's happy, the number of fans that had to just throw a spanner in the works, I just thought, this is a waste of time, man. What is the point? Yes, Alex, you can speak now.
Well, okay. I understand it from your point of view, right? Okay, right. I understand it from your point of view because I know you've gone through a lot of shit, right? Sorry for swearing.
Make sure we discuss the opinion. Make sure we discuss the opinion, not the person.
No,
right?
but I'm saying
I'm talking about the opinion of talking about Conte out.
I'm talking to you as a friend now, yeah, not Mr. Box Office now. I'm talking to you as a friend, yeah, Alex as a friend, yeah. I know you've gone through a lot of rubbish, yeah, right, and you know, yeah, because we.
Alex, I don't care about that. I'm talking about the opinion, dude. I don't care about that.
Yeah, but I'm just making the point. I'm making the point.
Do you think? Do you think it's right that we should be talking Conte out on the day we're all happy?
The point is, I spoke to Perchy on the phone. Yeah, he explained to me the whole situation, right? So I get where it come from their point of view, yeah, because they were getting a lot of rubbish last season, yeah, about
Alex,
their opinions on Conte.
Alex, hold on, no. I don't want to make it about Perchy and Sava. That's not why I said it, or Henry or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just bringing up opinions that went public. Because the thing is with YouTube, and this is where I think a lot of people struggle, and this is where I get on the back end of too much, way too much. I've taken too much now to just sit there and be quiet, right? If you're going to put your face in front of the camera and publicly be the voice or try and be a voice of Tottenham, you have to accept any opinion that comes back at you. You have to accept criticism in the form of an argument of the opinion. Otherwise, get off YouTube. Do not be on YouTube. Because what you can't do is put your face on the camera. And you know this, Alex. You do it. You can't put your face on the camera, talk about your views and opinions, the fans and Tottenham, and then you then tell everyone what they can and can't say as well. Fuck that, man. That you cannot live like that. That's the point I hear it from your point of view. And I've had to be careful everything I say because everyone else tells me, oh, it's bad for my health. Oh, it's bad for my viewers. Oh, it's bad for my growth. Oh, what about me? What about my health? What about my growth? I do everything for everyone else. What about us? That's the point I'm making, Alex. Do you get it?
I hear you, but it's just I hear it from their point of view as well. But I hear about it from their point of view because they were getting it a lot as well. Sava was getting it, and Perchy was getting it as well. And the thing is, though, they stuck to their opinions. I think they just wanted to just let loose a little bit. That's the thing. So I don't think it was against you. It was never against you, Stelios. You know what I mean? I know Alex, it wasn't against you because I've spoken to Perchy about it.
Alex, you're not listening to me. Alex, listen to me.
Yeah.
You're not listening to me. I never said it was against me. All I'm
Yeah.
saying is those comments, right? When I'm told unity, when I'm told we should come together, tell me how that brings unity. Tell me how that brings us together. Tell me.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're
And
saying.
that's the point I'm making, Alex. That's the point I'm making. Because if I was to do something like that, I'm divisive. You split the community. You're bullshit, man. It's nonsense. And I'm not just going to sit there. Savvy, you can come on. Yeah, I'm a man of my word. I know you don't let me on your channel, but you can come on mine. Alex, can you send Savvy the links? Send him the link.
Yeah, cool. I'll send in the link.
No, you're not being ignored, Sava. Stop whinging and whining, right? I've just seen your comment. I will bring you on. We can have this chat. This will be a good chat, and it'll be an adult chat. And by the way, people in the comments, don't get nasty with the debate we're going to have now, because if you are, I will kick you off this channel.
Yeah, don't
It's
be
the
nasty
opinion.
to Sava, please. Leave Sava
No,
alone,
to
please.
anyone. No,
to anyone, really. To anyone.
Anybody, anyway. But don't be
But
off
this-
Sava, please.
It's about Alex. It's
Or
about
Perchy.
everyone.
Or Perchy, please, because Perchy is a good friend of mine. He's
Alex, we just said everyone. Everyone.
Yeah, cool.
We said
cool.
everyone. Yeah, Perchy means everyone as well.
Yeah, I'll send it the link. I'll send him a link.
Savvy, you got the link. Whenever you come back, I'll bring you in. Anyway, so Will, this whole Conte thing, right? I get the football's fantastic under Postecoglou. It is. I'm enjoying it for sure. The atmosphere is better because fans are being entertained. I get it. It goes hand in hand. It's an entertainment business. Sport is an entertainment business. But are we just going to dismiss the fact that Conte did get us top four, where he picked up a team that was in meltdown, a Harry Kane that was practically on strike under Nuno, turned it around and got us top four? Do we just forget that and say, fuck that? I think it's disrespectful. And then last season, despite how diabolical of a season it was, and it was, I'm honest, it was. When he left Tottenham with 10 games to go, we were top four. We were still top. We still navigated it somehow. And yet we shit on him. I'm thinking,
look, there's different types
It's
of football.
different styles.
Yeah, there's different styles. Like I've always said, I'm not a person who finds defensive, counterattacking style of football boring or anything like that. I don't personally have that opinion. So for me, it wasn't about necessarily Conte this or Conte that. For me, it's just about winning. It's about the results. And Conte under his first season for me got good results. We got top four when we shouldn't have, especially from where we started at. And last year we were getting, one of the best starts to the campaign that we've ever had. It just turned out the other direction real quick towards the end of the season. But that's been the story of Tottenham Hotspur since Pochettino got fired. So
it's even with Mourinho, right? It was like that was the style of football.
Yeah, same thing with Mourinho.
Look,
top of the table in January and then 7th.
I'm going to be savvy in just a second. What my last thing I want to say is, for me, debating it is the best thing. But for whatever reason, it's almost impossible to have the debates because someone somewhere puts a roadblock in it. And that, for me, is just insane. But anyway, guys, Savvy's going to have his say. We're going to have a good chat, hopefully. Anyone says anything nasty or vile in the chat, I swear you're blocked for good. So please be respectful in the chat. Sava, welcome to the show, my man.
Thanks.
The floor is yours.
Well, look, the floor is mine. Look, at the end of the day, right, no, we'll have the conversation. I think there's a huge difference. First and foremost, I think, listen, I've listened to what everything you've said backstage. I think there's a huge difference. The difference is when you said, me and Will might say it, but when other people do it, it's not okay, right? Or something to that effect. I think the difference is when I did my video, right? First of all, you've got to remember this was a 60-second, right? I'll call it as it is. Everyone knows how YouTube works. This was a 60-second clickbait video, right? Now, I've even explained to you, you didn't want to hear it. I explained to Will. Yeah. I explained this to Iggy. Right, listen, hang on, hear me out.
You haven't explained nothing to me. I left the groups. I blocked everyone.
No, I messaged. Yeah, you have. You messaged me yesterday. Your reaction to seeing this video was, I'm going to do a reaction video. I was like, okay, cool. And then I explained what it was about. You didn't want to listen, right? You told me to go away. That was your words. No. I'm not talking about the group.
You speak. You speak.
Talking about me and you personally, right? You told me to go away when I tried to explain, right? First and foremost, I can't believe I'm going to be this brutally honest on a YouTube channel. First and foremost, when I wake up in the morning, to coin your phrase, you guys seem to think that when I make content, when I'm talking about Conte, Son, Sarr, Kane, this, that, the other, every time people seem to think it's about another YouTuber. I don't give a flying monkeys. I talk my opinion, right? I never ever talk about you. I never talk about Will. I never talk about Iggy. I don't talk about Alex. I don't talk about anyone, right? And I think everyone, whether they like me or not in your chat, because I know I've seen there's a lot of people that hate me and are saying absolute horrible things. That's fine. I can deal with that, right? But I never ever talk about any of you. I actively say in my chat, don't speak about other YouTubers. Yeah. They're not here to defend themselves. Don't do it. I actively say that. I actively say to everyone, go and subscribe to every YouTube channel. Now, anyone that says I don't do that is lying. I do that, right? Now, when I put that out, first and foremost, to say, why can't we just be happy, blah, 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 that would suggest that that is the only 60-second video I have done, right? This is the only 60-second video I have done since that game. And that wouldn't be true because since that game, I've probably done 4 or 5 streams and I've done 3 or 4 other videos where all of them have been, this midfield is brilliant. I love Ange. We've got our Tottenham back, blah, 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 blah. Right? When I do that, I get people like Alex coming straight onto your stream, trying to chase a bit of clout and calling me out. I'll deal with Alex in a minute, right? Alex has come straight on your stream tonight and the first thing he's done is call me out, right? Which is fine. That's cool. He can call me out. I don't know what he's trying to go at me for, but that's fine. He went at me, right? So I'm called out for saying we've got our Tottenham back and I'm called out for all the positive videos. Then I'm called out because in a 60-second video, please bear in mind, everyone, this was 60 seconds, of which only about 15 seconds of it was it about Antonio Conte. This is the problem. 15 seconds of it was about Antonio Conte.
Doesn't matter how long it is.
Right, hang on. But still. But again,
you're trying to you're creating this picture of like, it was only 10 seconds. Sava,
right, I'm trying to explain what it was.
Second. I can cause damage in 2 seconds.
Right, okay.
The time of what you said means nothing. Let me finish. Go.
As I tried to explain to you before you told me to go away, right? As I tried to explain to you, right? I have now a guy, right, who's doing my TikTok and Instagram, okay? And I said, so I'm paying the guy to do my TikTok and Instagram, and I said to him, look, I've gone full-time now. What I need is I need someone to run that for me, and my presence on TikTok and Instagram isn't massive. Right? I don't spend enough time with it. I need to grow that quickly because this is my business now. So he said to me, okay, cool. Give me a couple of positives, couple of negatives so we can go out there, go and get both sides of the fans to come in and either attack you or whatever. I said, cool. That's all right. Look, let me do this. This should be a clickbait, right? That's all it was. It wasn't aimed at anyone in the community. It wasn't aimed at any other YouTuber. And I've explained this. I can't believe how many times I've explained this to people. It wasn't aimed at anybody. It wasn't that deep. It wasn't a huge thing. But off the back of that...
Never said it was.
Hang on. Okay. But if it... Okay. But this is the thing. When you're saying you never said it was, again, you felt it is enough that you need to bring it up on your show. That's the thing.
Yeah, again, the opinion of attacking Conte outers after a brilliant day out for Tottenham fans, for me, it's like, and it wasn't just that. If you watch, it wasn't just that. You did it. Perchy did it. I listed 4 other people.
That's fine.
That's fine. Cool. All these wonderful characters.
No, that's fine. You don't need to bring up things.
It wasn't just. No, I'm just saying something.
I don't need to bring up other people's stuff. Like, I know you guys love doing that. I don't feel the need to.
I don't love doing it. But when it's directed towards a group of fans that I'm a part of.
No.
When you say Conte outers in the mud, I'm one of them, Sava. I'm one of
them. But
I'm one of those people.
But still, again, the problem is, of all the people that was aimed at, do you know what? Do you know how many channels, like YouTube channels, for example, and people I know that were Conte in, people I WhatsApp with that loved Conte. And do you know what? Nearly all of them have messaged in one way or another going, oh, you banter.
Who?
You?
Which channels?
Still, Still, because but the difference between you and I, I won't come onto other channels and start mugging off YouTubers. You guys love doing it. I won't do that.
No, we're not mugging off because you're making it up. You're saying all these other channels containers. Who are they?
Hang on,
I don't know. All I know is our channel that's Conte in.
I'm not making.
Everyone wanted him out. Every channel wanted him out.
To be fair, Saba did send me a list of the channels that are Conte in.
But this wasn't aimed at anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the thing. It's like hunting for MILFs in your chat has made a great point. Why is it always Saba that gets called out?
Yeah.
And then you tell me it's not personal. It's always me. I don't mind it. That's fine. Go for me. Attack me. But let's not pretend you're not doing it. One
second. Fair enough. Let's say these other channels do exist. Just because Saba sent Mari a list, Mari wants to believe it. I don't believe that entire list. Let's say there's a couple on there that are Conte in. That's cool. If they don't want to reply, they don't have to.
Yeah, but they took it for banter. This is the difference. They took it for banter. You take it personally.
So when Will makes the video countering the Sun opinion, that's not banter. Because you get upset by it.
Huge difference.
Right, when you do it, it's classed as banter.
No. Right. Okay, now
and that's what I mean. It's not both ways, is it?
No. Okay, so let's now start telling the truth. And anyone that disagrees with this, right, is lying. Let's tell the truth, right? My 60-second video, as I said, of 15 seconds, which was about Conte, didn't call out.
That's not an issue for me.
Let me finish.
That was like one of many things.
You asked me on, and I'm not allowed to finish. You asked me on, and I'm not allowed to make.
You don't let me reply to what you're saying. You've been talking for 10 minutes. If I reply, you don't want to hear it. This is what you do. When people reply to you, don't want to hear it. Go on.
You've just said, but when Will does it, you don't like it. I'm trying to explain the difference, and I think everyone on this panel will realise the difference, even though some won't admit it because it's your show. The difference is when I've made that flippant comment in a 60-second video, I've made that flippant comment not aimed at one person. I've not called out you. I've not called out Will. I've not called out Irish Hotspur, who loved Conte. I've not called out Marlon, who loved Conte. I've not called out any of these people. I've not called out anyone's name, right? The difference is, and obviously Will and I have spoken about this, so I don't want this to bring a thing up, Will, because there's no issues as far as I'm concerned between me and you, right, Will? I'd like to think, right? Okay, we're gonna play that game now, right? Okay, cool, right? Okay.
There's somebody talking to me in the room. That's why.
Okay, cool, right. So the difference is when Will did it, and why I was peed off, and this isn't anything I've not said to you, and I've not said to Will. I'm not going behind anyone's back. When Will did it, Will put a whole video up of me. He put the video of me on screen, going Sava's opinion, Sava. Now that's fine. But then to say, oh, you did the same thing. I didn't do the same thing because mine was a flippant comment about hundreds of people who come into my chat all the time, mugging me off about Conte, mugging me off about that. This was a flippant comment about lots of people. You guys made it about me, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. But please, can we not say it's the same thing? Because it's not. I've never once.
It is because on your end, Saba. No, it is because on your end, it is because on your end, when we do anything, it affects you. Yet if you do something, you have no consideration if it affects other people. You don't give a shit.
I don't mention anyone's name.
No, Saba, I'm speaking now.
No.
Yeah, but these are lies. These are lies.
Saba, you just spoke. No, Mario, I want to reply.
Yeah, but these are lies.
And Saba spoke for 10 minutes and I had to listen to it, right? They're lies in your world. And you're saying that because people are watching it. If you were to do something.
Did I use anyone's name?
Saba, you're not letting me speak now. You're not letting me speak. Let me speak. No, I want to speak. Mari, I want to speak.
These lies are ridiculous.
It has to be known. You're trying to interject to stop me from saying what I want, right? When you do something, Saba, we will get the backlash in our comments, regardless of what you think you have or haven't done, right? But you don't care what that is because for you, it's just about you. But yet, if we were to do something or say something, this affects me because it's my professional career. I don't care if YouTube's your professional career.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That stuff. No, let me finish. Saba, I'll just mute you, right? They're not lies. This is my perspective. This is my perspective. This is what I see. And in the WhatsApp groups with you and others. No, Saba, you can't keep interjecting every time I speak And then you
So I can't
demand
do
you
this.
drop the floor. See you later, Alex. Thanks for coming on. And then when you speak, I have to stay silent the whole time. It can't play.
No,
like
you don't have to stay silent.
That's not how
I
to
don't
debate.
ever
That's
call
not
out
how to
anyone's
debate.
name.
That's not how to debate.
This isn't a debate. They can't be lies.
Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. It doesn't matter.
Ridiculous. This
Hold
is
on.
what you
From
do.
either, I think that the gap that's
You don't
going
wanna
on
hear it.
here, and I
You
don't
don't wanna
hold
hear
on.
it.
I don't think what either people are understanding is that it doesn't matter if you say a person's name or not. If you're calling out an opinion that is well known, right, then it doesn't matter whether you say the individual's name or not. The effect is the same, right? So the reason why I prefer, because, for example, if you talk about all the Sun haters on YouTube, well, there's only a few publicly known Sun haters, right? So people will immediately in the comments in the chat will immediately associate that opinion with you. Or if you say the Conte-ins or the Sun lovers.
I'm not a Sun hater.
Right, I know, but I'm using it as an example, right? So for example, if you said Sun lover, right? The captain of the Sun, cult, right? Who do people automatically, the first person that comes to mind? Me, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you say a name or not, the effect is the same. I say names and I show the context of what people say so that people know that I'm not straw manning somebody else's argument and I'm trying to not attack the individual, like say you're a piece of crap human being, but just this opinion is wrong because XYZ, da 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 da. So we just have different opinions. You don't like to use names. I prefer to use names because I think it gives the individual an opportunity to respond.
Can I tell you why though, Will? Can I just say that? Hang on, Murray, just quickly. Sorry, I need to respond to that. Sorry, just quickly. The reason why I don't use names is because I'm not aiming it at one person. This is the problem, Will. You guys, listen, fair enough. You guys did aim it at me. That's fine. You called out my opinion. Cool. But when I did it, I didn't have you guys in mind in any of this. It was a flippant comment. I've been getting crap all day in my channel from people. Has comes on with me and sees it. Perchy does. Loads of people come on and see it. That I get still in my comment. Oh, you wanted Conte out. You wanted Conte out. I just made a flippant comment. It wasn't aimed at you. It wasn't aimed at Stel. It wasn't aimed at David, the Irish Hotspur who loves Conte. It wasn't aimed at anyone. It was just a flippant comment.
Hold on. Mari, hold on for a second.
Let's be fair, because I was nuts. What Saba is saying is true, but what Stel's saying is true. In the sense that, yes, your attention wasn't meant to, for us to be offended. But the comment like that, because there are very few Conte inners, right? The content leaves the opportunity to people to interpret that way. So yes, there may not be an attention, right? And I believe you. There's no attention, but you brought out an opportunity because of that argument. All right, Conte inners are in the mud. You open the gates of people.
Mari, do you know how many people loved Conte? Do you realize how many loved Conte?
Not that much.
Mari.
But you gave me a list. You gave me a list.
Okay, hold on. This is
not that much. But I'm giving a fair and balanced view. Because like I said, I believe you 100% in the sense of you had no intention of doing that.
Okay, Mari, can I ask a question? Mari, let me ask a question. So does that mean now whatever I say on my YouTube, whatever I say, everyone is going to take personally, even though I don't, like I said to you earlier, Mari, we had a chat
Why is
earlier,
it personal,
right?
though?
No, hang on, Will. Hang on.
We never took it personal, Sandra. This is your perception. You didn't take it personal. You feel it personal.
Okay, Stel, if you didn't take it personal, why did I get a WhatsApp from you going, look at this video, I'm definitely doing a reaction video? If you didn't take it personally, of course you did.
Reaction video on what, Saba? On what?
Exactly. On what you said about Conte. But
exactly.
Listen,
right, but why would you need to send that to me? Like, it just makes no sense.
That haven't been said because you're fearful that I'm going to do this massive nuclear attack on you.
Well, you did today. You did.
I haven't, Saba. If I nuclear attacked you, I wouldn't have you on the show to discuss.
I don't even know why
listen,
I'm getting. I don't even know why I'm getting blamed from Sava, by the way, because I said
Alex, sorry, Alex, that's got nothing to do with any of this. Relax. What's that got to do with
you're
it?
saying
Alex,
that you're having a go at me. You're having a go at me, and I was like,
Alex,
I've never had a go at you.
Alex,
you're
doing that. Alex, you're doing that thing again where you read the room and the debate.
Has has been waiting for a while.
Read the room and the debate, Alex. It's not about that right now.
I just heard that you said that I've got something to say to you. I was like, whoa, I've never. I just said I was disappointed in you.
I don't know what this has got to do. I don't know what this has got to do with anything.
Well, as long as that's the case, anyway. Because
listen, I heard what you said at the beginning of the show. We'll talk.
Yeah,
offline,
no,
mate.
but it was about Conte. It was about. I did defend you. I did defend you. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I did defend you, right? You might have not heard that, but I did defend you.
Listen, right. I've heard what I need to hear. It's fine.
Can I say something?
Has gone. Let Has.
None of you lot should be doing this online. That's my opinion on things. You shouldn't be discussing this.
I tried,
None
mate.
of you should be discussing this.
Don't call out fans online, Has, right?
No.
Don't call out fans online.
No. This shouldn't be discussed right now whilst everyone's watching and everyone's slinging mud at everyone in the chat. This is all I'm going to say on the matter. Okay? The way this should be done is backstage, not live. Everyone's tuning in to watch a show about football at the end of the day. They're not watching a show for people to be watching people arguing.
Then debate the opinion. Then debate the opinions. But when you want to debate the opinions, people
this isn't debating an opinion.
We can't debate.
Still, this isn't debating an opinion. This is look. Okay, can I ask a question then? So does this mean, I just want to know so I can be clear, that every time I put out an opinion, that you guys are going to bring it up if you disagree with it? Because I don't get it from
you still don't get it. You still don't get it. I've told you this.
I haven't finished my question. I haven't finished my question still. Right? I haven't finished.
I never got to speak earlier, but yeah.
I don't get this from any other channel. I don't get this. Everyone has a bit of banter. I don't get this from anyone, right?
I don't care about other channels. I don't care about your community. I care about my community. Let's not do that division.
I never mentioned community.
No, you said other channels. Other channels are the community, Sava. Other channels are the community.
Okay, let me know when I'm allowed to finish my question, right?
Not nice, is it, when you can't finish? Yeah, but go on. I'll let you finish. Go on.
What I don't get is this, right? Somebody in your chat called it right earlier on, right? This is the funny thing. I see people say 10 times worse than me every day about Conte. It doesn't get brought up. As soon as I said it, I knew. As soon as I said it, I thought, oh, God, they're going to come for that. And you did. And it's fine. I get it. But the thing is, no, I did.
That's why you thought it.
No, still, it was nothing. It was a nothingy throwaway comment, right? I told you. I told Mari. I've told Will what I was doing.
I haven't spoken to Will or Mari today. I haven't spoken to any of them.
I told you as well, but you ignored me.
No, you never.
Right?
I left the group, Sava. I left the group chat.
I've already told you, Stel. It wasn't in the group. It was when you messaged me privately. I told you.
No, I didn't message you privately. I left the group chat.
Okay, hold on. All this other meta stuff. Hold on. All the other meta stuff about who said what, who did. Hold on.
I'm lying. I've got
Hold on. Get away from the meta of it and talk about the actual thing that we're supposed to be talking about.
Sorry,
here.
this is not true.
Can I?
This
Sava,
is not
I want
true.
to answer Sava's question. Sava, no, I don't listen. I'm going to ask you a question.
You messaged me privately.
Your question.
You messaged me privately.
I can't see the date. I can't see what time that is. I can't see what you've read.
Okay, stop the meta.
I can do that. Look, I can
yeah.
Drop the meta. Right, let's talk about.
So now everyone on your channel agrees with you when it's about to show that I'm not lying.
I want to answer your question, Sava.
I'm not agreeing with anybody.
I agree with
I'm just saying, stop the meta.
Sava, I'm going to ask you a question. Will, I want to answer his question. Your question, Sava, was, are you guys going to attack every opinion I have? Right, that was your question, something like that. My answer is this. I don't attack anything you say unless you specifically target or talk about a group of fans of which I'm one. So if you know I'm going to protest and you know I'm full-hearted in that protest and it means something to me because I stand by it, and then you are going to go and talk about waste of time, protest this, Sava, I am going to speak up on it because that's my position. I'm going to defend my position. And likewise, if I am someone that believes that Conte got a raw deal, despite all his flaws, and then you're going to, on the day we win, the day we're all happy, you're going to say, Conte fans in the mud, I am going to speak on it. And so I've got one that I'm strong about. If you go and say something about, I think, if you have this opinion that You think that Eric
Hold
Dyer
on, Sava's got
is
to
in,
nip away for a bit. Hold on, he's coming back. Like he's got to nip away for a bit.
all right, cool. I'll take him off the screen. Yeah, look, if someone's got an opinion that isn't directed at a group of fans that I'm not a part of, I've got nothing to say. But I am a diehard Levy out. I'm a diehard. I go to the protests and I back them. I supported Conte. I supported Mourinho and I support Ange. If people are going to then have a pop at that or want to make content against that, well, I'm going to stand for my view on it. And you know what? This is the reality. If people don't like that, don't be on YouTube. When you put your face in front of a camera, when you're a public face, a public personality, this is what happens. Welcome to the world of reality. I get it. But today I got it.
Yeah,
you
but I
know,
think the difference
but
is, though, we're all meant
that's
to
what
be
it is,
part of
Has.
the same- we're all meant to be a part of the same community,
What
right?
community?
No,
We all-
Has, it's not my community. It's not my community, Has. It's
But
we,
Has-
don't, we, don't,
but
hold on,
Has-
hold on. We don't all support Tottenham Hotspur, no? That's
But
not
Has-
We
but
support
Has-
Tottenham
but Has-
Hotspur, but what
Has-
community you're
so we're
talking
part
about?
of
The
the
YouTube
community,
community?
right?
But Has-
When was the last
but
time
Has-
any of us got an invite to come on a show?
Has,
unless we were in
Has,
the
but
you're
comments?
in my
Has-
community.
Has- but
Has,
Has-
I value you part of my community because you and I get on. I've got a lot of respect for
but
you.
Pat
You know I do.
has-
And likewise, you give it back to me. So
But
I
Has-
would put you in my community, but I wouldn't put everyone in my community. I wouldn't.
but
And
Has-
that's me being honest.
but Has-
Ultimately, what I'm trying to say is we should all be on the same side.
But Has, can you
On
can
the
you
same
just
side
listen
of
to
what?
me though? Can you just listen to me though? Can you just listen to me though? Yeah, right. Because I need to speak to Saba personally. Yeah, because I've said I was disappointed in him, but that was all I said. I was disappointed in Perchy. I explained it to him. Yeah, right. But the fact is, yeah, when you get people, yeah, you go on their shows and talk to you like a bitch, yeah, Sean, yeah, that's a problem. I have a problem with that. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's why I wasn't on YouTube for a week. Yeah, I wanted to quit. Yeah, and I told Kuba that as well. Yeah, right. That's when I've got a problem. Yeah, because we don't do this for money. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't have a problem with Saba. Yeah, we're gonna have a chat. I don't know why, because people have been in his ear. That's a problem. Yeah, we haven't chatted. That's a problem because he knows how much I've been.
Alex,
Hey, look,
my issue,
yeah, my problem is when people talk to you like an absolute like that, and just because I say bully, yeah, and I felt patronized on his show, felt like I was looked like I was not intelligent, and that's it, and that's where I have a problem. I have a problem with people making sure looking like I'm not an idiot, yeah, because I'm not an idiot. You know what I mean? You don't pay me, you don't do nothing, you do it for fun, and that's it. That's what I'm saying.
My issue is this shouldn't be discussed live on YouTube when this is meant to be a channel that's talking about about Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Okay, it should
all
be
the meta part shouldn't be talked about, right? Like all of this, who got his feelings hurt, and all of this personal stuff shouldn't be talked about here. But what I am talking about there, and what can be talked about live, is one, opinions, two, how opinions can be addressed. And I'm sorry if somebody says something that I think is wrong, I'm going to bring it up. Right? Because I disagree. And my thing, and I've said this before, and I've said this in my reaction. I don't know why, first of all, why people are getting upset that I do reaction videos. I think that's a little bit unusual. It's YouTube. Reaction videos happen all the time. As long as we're not attacking each other as individuals, why can't we debate or argue opinions and rebut things? Like there's this whole deal about, I mean, look, in multiple communities, you have rap battles, you've got these different types of things. You got diss tracks. You got all of these different reaction videos. You got all of this stuff. If somebody says something about Son or Poro or something that I disagree with, why can't I make a video saying why I think that's wrong?
Are you finished?
Yeah, it's a question.
No, you can. What you think is wrong might other person, someone else might think is right.
Right.
That's
Obviously, that's why they said it. But I'm saying, why can't I make a video showing why I think that's wrong?
I think the issue here is that people are saying there's personal attacks on everyone. Okay, and that
where's the personal attack? Name one negative thing I've said about anybody in any reaction video I've ever made.
I'm not talking about you right now, Will. I'm not talking about what you said or what you didn't do. Okay, I'm talking about what's going on now. Okay, I'm just saying, all I'm saying is that whatever is going on between everyone shouldn't be discussed in an open forum on YouTube where we've said it before. There's people in the chat that have said disgusting things about certain YouTubers. About
We all get it.
Maybe, yeah, we all get it. But why are we giving people ammunition? And I'm not. Listen, chat. I'm not having to go at all of you because most of you, 90% of you, are amazing. But giving ammunition for people to then say, yeah, Sava's this, or yeah, Stel is this, or yeah, Will is this. You know, all these things should be discussed backstage. It shouldn't be discussed. And you know, it's a channel that talks about football. If I'm tuning in to Tottenham away, 9 o'clock, let me tune in Tottenham away and see what they've got to say about Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, everyone's arguing. What's going on? It's not about football.
Yeah, the meta part of this conversation today is unnecessary.
Right, guys, listen to me. It's not the right etiquette. Whether you like what I'm saying or not, it doesn't bother me.
I 100% agree with you.
I'm not taking sides in the matter, but all I'm saying is there needs to be a certain way of dealing with things, and this is the right way of dealing with things.
I agree.
If you want to air out your problems, you do it backstage on a personal level without, you know, how many of you are there in the chat? What, 300 people, 250 people? Yeah. What? Why are we still here?
I would say, I messaged Sava. Sava could back me up. We talked for a good 2-3 hours, and that's why I understand his point. You also know from my point that yes, by the video, that 10 second clip, that it can, because everybody's not the same. Everybody's different. People react differently, right? David Harris laughs at that, while another group, say Tottenham on tour, may say, hey, they may take offense. And so, but that's the chance that you take, and I understand, right? Or as YouTube creators, are we supposed to always be afraid that, oh man, there may be reaction? But you ask anybody on TV or network TV, the Roy Keanes who are on TV, the Thierry Henrys, they know because they have that platform, they are subject to criticism. We all know that. Like even me, I'm on YouTube. Someone may respond to me saying Eric Dyer is the greatest center back in the world, and they may talk about me on another show. They may not reference me by name, but they may say, hey, there are people who think Eric Dyer is the greatest sliced bread, and you know, it may happen. But I think I agree with Has that in the backroom circle, because like I said, I'm taking a fair and balanced view. I can see why, because for me, right, the first thing I thought up was, man, there's very few Conte-inners. Boy, talk about us, because Tom away blatantly says we support every manager, especially Conte in. So that was the thought I had in my head. Me and Sava, we talked right for a good 2-3 hours in understanding that that he didn't indirectly direct it towards us, but he could. I don't know, because I explained it. I said that now by saying that comment, understanding, yeah, there's a possibility that group might be offended. Though I indirectly did not intend to offend. So that's why I said I respect his view on that, and so that's why I agree with you. Has it's easier to talk to someone in the background. Like I said, for me, I have no ill will.
At the same time, Murray. At the same time, whilst it seems we are going to do this online, it seems we might as well just get it over and done with, right? Ironically enough, I was talking to Sava at the time. He created that and sent it, and ironically, I actually heard him say, actually, certain people might see this in a different way. I can't remember the exact words because it was yesterday. It was today. I can't remember, but I was there. I remember. It wasn't nothing personal.
What it was.
What I want to get across, all right, was that it wasn't nothing personal aimed at you, Stel. Okay, at least give me that. If you're saying to me that, you know, we get along and stuff, I'm not gonna bullshit you. Okay,
I've told him.
I know. But no one's listening to what I've said. I repeat what I said. I know it wasn't directed at me, Stelios, but I am a Conte inner. I am someone that was told I'm in the mud.
Okay,
I
but
was.
I'm saying to you, but you're saying that, you know, you're saying it in a way which is like, well, it's me that was targeted. Okay, it might.
No, I repeat, I'm
put my head
one
back there.
of the
was everyone
10,000 fans that are Conte in. I'm one of them. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
exactly. He's targeted. Sava has targeted 10,000 or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
I'm not arguing with that, though, Has. I've never disagreed with that.
People that are
So,
at a Conte,
Has, I haven't disagreed with that. But Has, I never disagreed with that. Never disagreed with that.
So what's the disagreement? I don't get it.
That's
I
like
don't get it.
that's like saying like I'm Cypriot, right? That's like saying Cypriot people in the mud. He never said which Cypriot. Well, guess what? All Cypriots then, isn't it?
But do you know the funny thing about this, as I said to you yesterday, Has, when I did this, the funny thing about this was meant to just be a funny little clickbait video that my YouTube and Instagram guy, that my Instagram and TikTok guy asked me to help bring people to my TikTok and my Instagram because I've let it go. This was meant to be
that behind the scenes that day.
Absolutely. This is what I said, Jazz. When I did it, it was just a really silly little. It was like, right, say something that might make some of the kids on TikTok and Instagram come to your account and have that debate. And there was no YouTubers in mind. There was no great big horrible thing in mind when I said that. It wasn't that I wanted to cause divide, but obviously it was picked up and then again brought up, and it was like, oh my God, it was such a small little thing that honestly, when I was speaking to my Instagram and TikTok guy today, I'm not going to name him. I said to him, you have no idea, because of you asking me to do this little video that would attract people, the hate that this is going to create. And he went, this is mad. And I said, it is mental, but it is going to be brought up tonight. Like a flippant
hate. It's not hate.
But still, the thing is, no channel other than you would do this. That's the problem.
No,
that's the only thing I would say.
Parables then. So then,
but why? It was just a laugh. It was just a laugh.
Each channel. I don't Sava for the last time. I don't give Sava for the last time. I've told you this before. I'll say it again. I don't give a shit what other people think or do. I do what I feel I want to do. By me,
it was just
I don't
a
wake
laugh.
up thinking that channel, and that's why I laughed when I said it. When I put up the images, I said, "Look at the negativity on the day we won," and I laughed.
But it was just
you took it personal because you made the comment, and you don't like.
I tell you why I've taken it personal. I'll tell you why I take it personal, because this is the third time in 10 days that your channel keeps bringing up things I've said on your content, and that's fine. But I don't come from that world. Okay, maybe I'm a YouTuber and I need thicker skin, but this is what I mean. No, it seems to constantly be surely you get that, right? Of all of the YouTube channels
because the comments you've made have impacted people on this channel. That's why, Sava.
But it was so flippant and silly.
We are the protesters. We are the protesters.
What's the
protesters?
What's the protest? I don't understand what the protest got to do with anything.
Question. You said 3 times we've done content on something you've done. The 3 things you've said are on subjects that this channel backs.
No, that's not true. The first thing was about Sun. Yeah. Right, hang on. The first thing was about Sun, which, by the way, hang on. The first, listen, everyone's a Sun fan. Everyone, I don't get this. Like the rest of us hate Sun. It was purely the Sun. Hang on,
Will Stewart's a big defender of Sun. You know that.
Sure.
You've known that for 2 years. You've known that. Sure. But when I'm talking about Sun on my channel, right? When I was talking about Sun on my channel, it wasn't a Sun show. We were talking about all the players. When the Sun bit came up, I just said, look, I don't think he's playing well, blah, blah, blah. It's not aimed at one person. Yeah, but you and Henry went for a pack of lies, which Will then said, look, this is wrong and this is right. And he provided the evidence and logic to back it up. And you didn't like the fact that Will hit the evidence home. That's what upset you. No. This is the public world of YouTube.
Sure. Okay. If we're going to do this in public, I'll say the same thing that I said to you two backstage last week when we had the conversation. This is the public world of YouTube. So far, all I've seen in the last 10 days is me. All 3 occasions is me.
Because you're only watching the content that's about you. We do lots of content that's not about you.
No. Hang on.
We talk about last word on Spurs every week. Chris Carlin every single week. Cheese Room every week. You just pick the bits that you hate about you.
Hang on. This is I suppose this is about maybe it's morals. I don't do that. I don't publicly bring up other people's stuff that I disagree with. I see things I disagree with from all channels every day. I don't ever bring it up.
You bring it up, you just don't say who said it.
But not in a targeted way. I'm just kind of like, I've seen loads of things, but from generalistic, I don't ever go.
You're not being
hang on, no, let me.
We're replying to your opinion. You have an opinion, and we are countering it because we disagree because someone disagrees with it.
Okay, I understand that, but can you understand from my point of view? And this is the thing, Haz, you and I had this conversation, yeah? Me and you, I'm going to be completely transparent here, Haz, right? I spoke to you about this today, Mari, as well, right?
Yep.
I get this, right? But the problem is, it is a targeted nature, because what I'm seeing is any little thing I say in any conversation, bearing in mind, I'm not doing a show where I go, this show is all about Son.
It's not any little thing you say. That's a lie.
Let me finish.
But you're lying, man. You're lying. It's not any little thing.
I haven't finished my point. Let me finish.
Let's let each other
Any
finish.
little thing you
Let
say.
me finish.
We're going around in circles.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Right. What I'm saying is all the things that have been brought up. Everyone's made out as though I've specifically gone out to target this one conversation. So, for example, with the thing about Sonny, it was part of a match reaction talking about Vicario, Van der Ven, Royale, Sonny. I talk about all the players. The Sonny bit was picked up and then used as a show. Cool. This flippant, silly little 60 video I did to attract people on Instagram and TikTok has now been taken so out of context. It is unreal.
Saba, it's not one thing you did. It's many things over a longer period of time. This is just one of them, and you're just focusing on that. No.
Yeah, because even with the Sun thing, you literally came off of a stream right before you did the stream with Haz on Henry that was literally titled Perisic should start over Sun. And then that conversation carried directly into the next video that you and Haz did.
But again, the Perisic should start over Son wasn't my title, right?
Right, but I mean, I was watching Henry's video. Yeah. That one redirected, it dumped me straight into your video. And it was your comments with you and Haz that talked for a good 20 minutes, by the way, about Son. It wasn't a short conversation. All I did was just debunk the points about how Perisic was excellent. And
if anyone else can't see that this is always me, which is fine. If anyone else can't see, this is mad.
When you say debunked, you're saying it's a fact. What you're saying is true and what we're saying is not.
Yes.
That's what you mean when you say debunked, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well...
I think he's played badly. That was my choice, right? I don't want to get into a debate about Sonny playing well or not. I've not been impressed with Sonny for a very long time. That's all it was, right? But the difficulty is I just literally, right, as a YouTuber, everyone knows this, right? Everyone knows this. The people in the comments aren't stupid. They get it, right? There will be clickbait titles. There will be clickbait subjects. So when I do a stupid little 60-second segment, right, which is driven at getting people to my Instagram and TikTok, and then this has been said. It's like, oh my God, no, this was not aimed at anyone. This was meant to just be a laugh. And as soon as I'd done it, I'd said to Haz and maybe Barry or maybe Nick, I don't know. I was like, I've just done this little video. And then when I sent it to them, I was like, oh my God, I've just realized like it wasn't meant to be this big thing. It was just a laugh. It was a joke. Like that's all it was to drive some Instagram and TikTok followers towards me. But now I know that whenever I do something like this,
your
it's
joke,
now going to be pulled out.
Saba, your joke invited stress and bullshit onto us, though. Your joke.
How?
The same way you call me up and say, Stel, you know, if you say this, I then get it in my comments from people. Careful what you say.
No, but
same just applies here.
We go back
same
to the thing. But the thing is, you mentioned me
how.
directly.
I told you how. You just said how. I've told you how. It's the exact same thing, Saba. In your world, it's a joke.
So even if I'm not talking about anyone, and like, I swear you guys seem to think that I wake up and think, what content can I do about Tottenham away?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I never think that.
Never.
And you should know me by now, Saba, because
Alex, I'm not talking about you. Alex, I'm not talking about you. Obviously, am I? Come on, mate. I'm not talking about you.
We don't like. To be honest with you, when you say your opinions, I don't even necessarily think that you're even thinking us in mind. I'm just simply disagreeing with your opinion. It has nothing to do with if it's targeted to me or not. And here's the difference. Like you said it before, it's about morals, and we have a subjective difference of what a moral is. I think it's respectful to name the individual that you're talking about if you're
But
referring
I wasn't
to something.
talking about an individual. That's
Okay,
the
but like, hold on.
problem.
In the show that you did with Haz, you said, I even heard one person say that Son should have been man of the match that day. And then literally in a private conversation, you said Son should be man of the match. So you were obviously talking about me. I never said that, by the way.
I didn't mention,
but
you
were
was it me who
talking
said
about
that?
me.
But
was
did
you?
I say, but was I the one that said, I heard someone say Son should be man of the match?
Yes.
Will, this is madness. Okay, listen, do you know what? If this is going to happen every time I say something that you guys are going to think is close to home, I just don't get it.
It's not just you, Sava. It's anybody. It's
Sean. When Chris Cowling does something, when Chris Cowling does something, we're like, "Are you taking the mick?" We say it. When last time Spurs,
if I know, as long as I know this is going to happen,
when Lee McQueen says something, like if Lee McQueen goes on Sky Sports and says, "Right, here's my starting best 11 combined Arsenal-Tottenham," and he puts 8 Tottenham players and only 3 Arsenal, we call it out as well. Like, is he gone mad?
I hear you do.
How can you think like that?
But this is 3 times in 10 days. It's mental.
Because you said
hold on. And the other video that I made wasn't about you at all. It was about Henry.
We're about as a channel. We're protesters. We'll leave you out. We'll defend.
You haven't done anything about protesters. I don't know what this is all about. Listen, but again, the thing is,
you did.
Okay, so guys, let me give you an example.
You said the trust doing a protest, absolute waste of time, can achieve nothing.
Right? Okay, but that's not about you.
Brian Daigle and I are the protesters. They contacted us to like.
But
you know.
Okay,
that.
so now,
you even did a show calling out my channel, Sava, saying they told us breaking news. You literally did a show on my show.
No. I didn't.
Yes.
Again, and again, I told you this, but again, you won't listen to me.
You did because you called up Brian and apologized.
Jesus, shut up! I spoke to Brian. Was on my show
because now you're being rude. Whenever you speak, I let you speak. As soon as I speak,
Brian. For anyone else who's listening, Brian was on my show.
I've just told you something you did. Okay, exactly
Brian
the same as what you said to me.
Brian was on my show.
When I backed it up, you told me to shut up.
I put in the chat
because it's not true.
No, because I proved you wrong.
No, you didn't. If you let me talk, I will tell you why. Brian came on my
show, man.
Oh my god!
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Brian came on my show the day before, the night before that broke. And me and Brian had a bit of banter. The whole show, Brian was going, I've got breaking news, massive breaking news. And the whole show, we were going, oh, I bet it's nothing. He was going, honestly, it's massive, blah, 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 blah. Then, what? And then, the next day, I was like, oh, they told us it was going to be breaking news because Brian, the night before on my show, was giving it all the banter. But again, you took it personally against you. I was talking about
it was on my channel. That happened on my channel.
I know, but I was talking about Brian because he'd been on my channel the night before.
I created the title breaking news. I created the show. I told Brian to come on my channel.
Then talk about Brian.
Then talk about Brian. You didn't. Let's then talk about Brian. You didn't.
I did. I did. You just think everything's about you.
You didn't mention his name. You mentioned the show. It was my show, my channel.
Yeah, but I was talking Brian. Okay,
when the shoes on the other foot, Sava, you don't like it. You do this. I've seen you do it with Sean Butler as well. When the shoes on the other foot, you don't like it, man. Right?
Brian came onto my show.
I'm giving you an example of when you've done it the other side, Sava.
But I'm
cool with it, by the way. I'm cool with it though, Sava, because I don't take it personally.
But this isn't true. Brian came on. Brian came onto my show and we were bantering about it. And I said to him, right, no, let me finish. I said to Brian,
why did you message him? Why did you message him 15 minutes before we went live on my channel saying, Brian, oh, I see, you're going to set time with me.
Not allowed to finish. Not allowed to finish.
Because you should have.
Not allowed to finish. This is the thing. I was having some banter with Brian the day before, right? When he came on our show and he was going, I can't remember who was on. There was me, Brian. I can't remember who the other 2 people were. And he was going, breaking news. And I said, come on, tell us what it is. He was going, no, I can't tell you. It's massive. And I bet it's not. And he was like, it is. I said, if it's not, I'm going to call you out. So then I'm jokingly went, oh, they told us it would be breaking news. You thought it was about you. Brian Daigle should know that was about him because we were bantering about it in the show before. Like, but this is what I mean. Anything I say now is linked back to you guys somehow.
Rubbish.
It's like,
What you've said is half the truth, Saba. You're
This is
painting a picture of
ridiculous.
half the story. No, it is, Saba.
not-
You've painted
I'm
half
not.
the
This is what
story.
happened.
Right. Can I now share my half of the story?
But there's no
'Cause there's more to it than
story.
that.
Like, it's not a thing. You
Can I-
make everything a thing. It's not a thing. I was bantering
Saba,
with
I'm
Brian.
calm. No, dude, I'm calm. It's not a thing for me. I'm calm. Right?
It's not a thing for you because your channel's the one that keeps calling everybody out.
Who do we call out, Saba?
Oh my God. Really?
Yes, really.
Saba, still, to be fair, you just said you called out everyone about 10 minutes ago.
No, I said we called out last one of the birds, Chris Cowlin and Cheese Room. That's not everyone. There's 30
Well,
channels, 40
well,
channels.
A few channels. Yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
a
look,
few channels. Yeah, okay.
look,
Me,
my point is-
Henry, Sean, last word on Spurs, Chris Cowlin. It's everyone. Everyone gets called out.
So let's
You
get
just mentioned the
Right,
same people
so-
I did. Let's
So what's
Yeah, I
the?
know.
I'm
It's
listening to
mad.
their opinions.
Like I tell
No,
my students, like I tell my students, what is the end goal? What is the end
My
point?
half of the
What is
story,
the
because what's
That's what
on
I'm
there is just give
What
his
is the-
version, right? What about the bit 10 minutes before we went live, the breaking news story? You're messaging Brian saying,
Yeah.
You're going-
Between
you're
me and
going
Brian,
live
again, you're going to
with-
bring things up now that have nothing to do with you. It's about me and Brian.
No. You
Again.
don't want to hear it. When I speak my side of the story, you
There's
try
no
and stop me from
story.
speaking.
Like, this isn't a thing.
There you
This
go
is what I
again. There
mean.
you go again.
But it's
You're
a
trying to stop me from
non-story
saying my side
still.
of it.
But
You're
your
not letting me
side
say
of
my
what?
side
There's
of it.
no-
You're doing it again.
There's no story.
You're doing it again. Saba, you're doing it again. You're not letting me say my side.
There's no
Right.
side. There's
10
still
minutes.
create
This
these
is pointless.
issues.
This is
There's no
pointless. This is
issue.
pointless. This is pointless. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it.
But there's
It's
no.
pointless.
But there's no
Say
story
what you want.
there.
You've got carte blanche. Saba, say what you want. You've got carte blanche. Just do what you want. Because whatever I say, you don't want to hear it.
But still, my point is, most of these topics that we're talking about, there's no issue. But it gets
talking to
blown
yourself,
up
man.
into a
Like,
massive
I'm not
thing.
even. Saba, I'm not listening anymore because you will not listen to what I say. I listen to everything you say. I listen to your side of the story. I then go to put my side, the bit that you haven't decided to speak about, and then you just keep jumping in, so I can't.
But there's not
because you.
say, okay, but still,
because you know what I'm going to say.
no,
That's why.
still, because the problem is, like, I don't see all of these things that happen. For me, they just go off the back. For you, they're great big things that need to be called out. You
No,
guys,
they're not great big
hang on,
things. I'm
you
giving you
guys-
examples of the things that
you
you moan
guys
about
wanna
that we
call
do.
out-
You do the exact same thing. You do the exact same thing. But when I give you
Never.
the example, you jump
Never.
in and don't let me
I've
speak.
never called you out.
Because
I've
you
never
know,
called you out.
because you know you won't be able to answer back to it.
I've never called you out. Name me one time I've called you out.
I tried to, but you wouldn't let me finish.
Name me one time I've called you out.
Well, can I
and
say
said
it then?
Your name. Go on. When I've said Stell or Tottenham away,
No,
name it.
Sava. Don't move the goalposts. Don't change the argument. Don't strawman it. Stick to the topic at hand. Right? You just gave us a story about how. Is he gone? Or is he there?
No, I think he got called.
I'm sorry. Huh?
No, he got called.
Is he gone? I don't know.
I honestly don't think either of you are going to get
No,
anywhere.
Has, do you know? I don't want to hear it. No, Has, I don't want to hear it, mate, because this is bullshit. It's not okay for Saba or Henry or you or JP or Mari or anyone to sit there, give this story, your version, whether story is the wrong word, to give your version of what happened. And then when I step up, say, right, can I now tell you what I saw? Because it's different to what you said. I'm not allowed to speak. And then when I finally get to speak, you walk off the show. If that's not guilty, I don't know what is, man. This is the problem right here. Say whatever you don't want to me. This is the problem right here. Because my truth hits home, because I am fair and I'm bloody honest, when I come with the truth, a lot of people, they don't want to hear it because it's like, shit, now what do I do?
As
This
I've
is
been
what
dealing
happened.
with this for a year now. I've been dealing with this for a year between them two. I don't know what else to say.
Pass.
I
I've
like
got
both of
mental
them.
health. I've got mental health to think about. I've got my channel to think about. I've got my reputation as well to think about. It's not just one person and, you know, them or you. It's not just about you or JP. It's about all of us. But it seems that when I want to speak on it, It's World War.
No.
Where's
I'm,
the
I'm
fairness
not
in this?
the one for speaking, but my,
No, not
look,
you,
my
House.
question is,
You know, I'm not directing it to you, House. You know I'm not. You know I'm not.
ultimately, and this is for both of you. Where do you want this road to end? That's what you got to look at. We've done all this debating and arguing.
I just want it to stop. I want to be able to do my own content without constantly being called out. That's all I want.
The next phase is for everyone to come to some sort of resolution. If that's not going to happen, then everyone's wasting their time, if I'm being honest. Because there needs to be a resolution there. There needs to be.
I agree.
There's only one resolution, House. There's only one resolution, and I've said it, but there's so many people that throw obstacles in the way. All I've ever said is, I take that back, not all I've ever said. What I've said is, the only way this stops, and by the way, we've got another 9 months of football. Loads is going to happen. We're all going to have different opinions. This will happen again. I guarantee it. It will happen again, probably next weekend. The only way it stops is if we debate the topics. But you can't debate it, because if you try to debate it, someone says, I'm not doing that show because he's on it, or we can't do it together because he's going to give me grief. And as long as there's people putting obstacles, you can't debate the topics. And what happens is it spills over. It spills over. Yes.
Can I?
There's
can
a
I,
point.
yes.
There's a point. Yeah, because debating is the best way to. Like I said, I think Eric Dyer is great, and JP thinks Eric Dyer is crap. Then okay, JP, you want to do a show?
Right?
Let's do a show. Yeah, let's do a show tomorrow, 7:30, and we'll debate. All right, why Eric Dyer is crap? Why I think Eric Dyer is great, and his ashes should be buried at the stadium. So that's. You have to debate right then and there. You get what that person is saying right then and there, rather than okay. Well, you have Eric Dyer fan addicts.
He said.
And then he says, and then later on, people's like, okay, well, let me do a reaction about Eric Dyer, because they want to debate that. They want to debate that point. It may not be indirectly, but
I tell you what, the comments you guys allow in your chat, by the way, are just
we're not even looking at them, guys. In the comments, stop.
This is what I mean.
This is what it causes. This is what it causes.
We need Ben Kaufman here. He's the best.
This is what it causes. Look at the abuse. Do you know what? First and foremost, anyone talking about my wife needs to absolutely fuck off.
Anybody talking about anybody's wife is a piece of shit, and you need to stop.
Who mentioned his wife? Who mentioned his wife? Block it. We'll just block it. Anyone?
Scott, if anybody's getting personal in the chat, just block them. Please, Scott.
It's fine. It's fine. It's ages ago. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. Listen, look.
I don't look at the chat. It's just easy.
Okay, look.
I said what's the name of the
let's find a resolution. Let's find a resolution. Okay, look. Let's find a resolution.
Talk. Go on.
Right. Let's find a resolution. All right.
Can you block that?
Hang on. Guys, can we?
Yeah, I don't know when it was, but
ignore it. Right? There's just some disgusting. It's fine. Right? Let's find a resolution. I am happy to come on to anyone's channel and have debates. Right? I am. I will come on and have a debate with any of you.
Same here.
I'm not worried about what anyone else thinks. What I am worried about is if you guys are going to keep calling out other people, right? I don't want to be a part of that. That's not my morals. I will come on and debate with you, but then stop bringing up my stuff. Like, I will come on and debate with you, but first and foremost, it's got to be a debate, first of all, right? And the problem is with coming into your channel to debate is look how disgusting all of the comments are.
The channel comments are the same, dude. Right? Like,
mate, but the difference is, Will, I would be deleting half these messages. Look at the honestly,
right.
It's
but you definitely pay attention to your comments way more. Like me on my live shows, I don't see hours of comments, right? Unless it's a colored one that catches the corner of my eye. I just go over it, right? I don't pay attention to comments, so I miss things. So people, sometimes my chat's late at night usually, and there's usually only about 100, 200 people there max on a good night, so it doesn't get too crazy.
Can I just
say,
it's
usually the same guys.
I'm not putting the channel down.
Hold on. But like, I want to give a slight analogy,
don't worry about
right?
the chat,
and it's like,
don't worry about the chats.
I like you. I think you got great taste in fragrances. Like, we got a lot in common. If I'm calling out your son opinion, it's got nothing to do with you as an individual. I just think that that opinion was wrong. And I'll usually back up why it's wrong, usually with some type of stat or evidence or clip or do whatever. And if I have an opinion that somebody thinks is dumb or stupid, which I'm sure I have lots, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest if people did the exact same thing. I would just simply then just respond with my own evidence or rebuttal. And if I was wrong, I would just like, oh, look, yeah, I missed the mark on that one.
That's
Other people,
fair enough, Will. Yeah, that's fair enough.
I just see. Sorry, go on, Hez.
I was just going to say, we can obviously. You're saying if we've got an opinion, you might think it's wrong. Same way, if we think your opinion might be wrong, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I think going forward, though, what I would suggest is let's have debates. Let's have a debate.
let's have them. Let's have a show. We can even rotate it on channels. I don't care.
Say, you know,
It could be on somebody else's channel.
Let me just finish. If Will said, Son done this, you know, his stats were this, because you're a stat man, obviously. And then someone else come out, like myself, Sava, even Stel, whoever, and said,
I'm not trying to get anyone blocked in this channel. This is meant.
Sava, don't worry about the chat.
Sava, don't worry about the chat.
Not you. It's not you.
But look,
Don't worry.
what I'm saying is, let's have a debate.
I
Yeah?
agree with you, Haz. I agree. And I think that that's the way. Hold on. I think that that's the way that these things get smashed. I think this is the way this beef gets squashed. The problem is that there are a lot of people in the air quote community who won't go on streams with certain individuals because they're horrible people or they're disgusting people based off of absolute. To be honest with you, I have actually never even said anything personally directly at anybody ever. Like personal.
Same here.
What I'm going to say on that, there's many people, even in, you know, in major TV companies, whatever, that absolutely hate each other, but go on TV and debate each other. All right.
What's that English guy that gets yelled at up Piers
There's
Morgan?
so many people out there that absolutely hate each other's guts. They still come on, do what they've got to do. For me, it's not a problem. Sava, I don't know about you, but for me, it could be the start of some sort of solution to the problem. Okay, because rather than people doing content on other people and then someone else like myself or anyone else saying, you know, I'm not happy with that because I'd rather debate it rather than someone debating it on their own without me being there, if you know what I mean. I'd rather come on to your show, Will. If you call me up and say, look, I'm going to do this, by the way, I'll say to you, Will, that's fine. I'll come on your show and I'll debate the matter with you without you having to even put a video up. Yeah, for me, that works for me, but it has to, you know, everyone has to agree upon this, not just myself, you, Sava, whoever else. You know, for me, we all need to work with each other at the end of the day. We all need to work with each other. And you know, I'm not saying everyone has to agree on everything, but I think this whole thing needs to stop now. I think if things get personal, obviously that's a different story. For me, things can't get personal. Look, guys, this is football, for God's sakes. All right. You think Daniel Levy's watching us right now? He's probably watching us thinking, look at these mugs. Like, they're moaning about protests and stuff and all that. And I'm rinsing them for money and all that. You know what I mean? Honestly, it's a game of football. It's a game.
I think
we're all passionate about it.
It's the same team, Has.
Yeah, but has.
Let me finish, Alex. We're all grown-ass people. All right. We're all like late 30s, 40s, late 40s, whatever it is. Right? I think we just all need to be professional, okay?
But
listen, Sava wants to grow his channel. Stel wants to grow his channel. Everyone wants to grow their channel.
But I agree. Hold on. This is the thing. And this is like, I wanted to come on Sava's show so bad yesterday because I thought Sava was 100% right. I thought Sean was completely off the mark. And that's the thing. It was like, so for me, it's not even about like, even if I don't like an individual, if what they're saying is true, I hate Donald Trump. I think he's a clown, an absolute clown of a human being. But sometimes some of the things he says is true. And I stand up for him when he says true things. And I'm not saying that I think Sav is a clown. Please, people, don't confuse the two. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it doesn't matter my personal feelings about the individual. What matters to me is about the truth, right? So in having a debate, or if I'm debating a topic or doing anything, me and Sean can agree on some things and disagree on others. Me and Sava can agree on some things and disagree on others. Me and you can agree on some things and disagree on others. For me, it's never, debating for me is not personal. Personal for me is like yank, you American wonk, right? Like those
Yeah,
types of things are personal.
obviously.
And intelligence as well, because
Obviously.
sometimes I
You
get
that
that
all the
so-called
time. I know
intelligence as
I
well.
get that, and for me, it burns my skin because I'm like, first of all, yes, I am American, but my family from Caribbean, I have family from South America, I have family from France and Spain, football playing countries. I grew up.
Sorry.
I grew up on my dad's knee watching Maradona. I'm 44. I grew up with Maradona, Batistuta, Haji was one of my favorite players. So I grew up on that. And when you hear xenophobic comments like "You're American," you just start watching.
Guys, can we? Sorry, without going into detail, please, can we squash this comment at 10:41 from David P? This I keep seeing in your comments. This has to be squashed.
Which
Like
one?
10
who is it?
10
Who is it?
10:41, David P. This rumor has to be squashed without going
Where is
into
it?
any
10:41,
details.
David P.
I got it.
This has to be squashed.
I
I'm
will
not
right.
taking the blame for this.
This right. Everyone watching the show, Sava had nothing to do with the Spurs call.
No details needed, though.
Nothing. I'm not saying details. It's fine. Sava had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with Sava.
Zero.
Completely
So
big
anyone who says
misunderstanding.
It's not even a misunderstanding. It's a fucking lie.
Yeah, let's not
Well, no, the original rumor came out because of a misunderstanding, right? And the truth of the matter is that Sava had nothing to do with it. And that's all people need to know.
Listen, guys, everyone in the chat, yeah, I just want to say, everyone who watches us, everyone who watches this channel, tune in to listen to our opinions, to listen to our discussions on Tottenham Hotspur and everything related to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. No one should tune in to, to listen to what everyone's personal opinions are, individuals, or whatever the problems are. That's not what the channels are about. I'm sure that's what Stel doesn't want to be associated with. I'm sure that's what Sava doesn't want to be associated with, and anyone else in this panel as well. We all want to put a show on for everyone so that we can all discuss football. That is the overriding thing for everything, and it always should be. Okay.
I think the problem is no one's really spoken to, because I haven't really spoken to anybody. You know what I mean? Because I've kept away for a bit. Yeah, I haven't really personally spoken to anybody. I've kind of just been respectful. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's always about football. But it's just when it comes to a point where I do feel sometimes people look down at me because I've got only 700 subscribers sometimes, and the people have got bigger. And I'm not having a go at you, Sava, by the way, because you've been straight up with me. You have been straight up with me from the very, very get-go, yeah. And I have defended you on this, by the way, to Kuva and everybody else. I've said this amount of times as well, yeah. But certain people, because they're getting bigger, they say, "Oh no, don't want that guy. Don't want that guy. He's not intelligent anymore." You know what I mean? And that's the thing that sometimes I get a bit annoyed about. You know what I mean? And that's why, you know what I mean? I've had to, I've spoken personally to people about it as well. You know what I mean? I don't even like doing this personally. You know what I mean? And by the way, I've bigged you up, by the way. I've bigged you up with Asthmatic and Marlon as well, yeah? So, by the way, I've bigged you up big time. You know what I mean?
They're good lads. They're good lads, Alex.
Hold on, this one needs to be cleared up.
Big time, by the way. Yeah, because
let's not talk about Sean.
No. This one needs to be cleared up too. If we're gonna start cleaning up garbage here, we might as well clean it all up.
I love everybody here. I love everybody here. I might be Mr. Box Office sometimes, and sometimes have a little bit of a sometimes, but it's always good in banter, and that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but sometimes I do need to speak to people personally, but it's just that I don't want to get into people's personal business, because sometimes you've got your own lives to live, and that's it. You know what I mean? So, if you wanted to talk to me, you know my number. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's my take.
Over to you, Will.
Yeah. So this whole thing with my short video where I called Sean a prick, I did call him a prick, and I called him a prick in the context in which it was said that somebody wouldn't say that to his face, and if they did, he would handle them physically at a Spurs match. Now, Sean, hold on. Sean was apparently verbally abused and was pushed to that, which he probably said in anger. I didn't see the first half of that. Allegedly, I haven't seen it, so I can't say whether that exists or not.
I have seen
Sava
it. It was
has.
nothing about nothing. It was
But
nothing about nothing.
I would say that to anybody. If Still on Scream said, "You won't call me a prick to my face," I would say, "Yeah, I will, prick." Right? So it wasn't necessarily a personal attack at Sean, although it was. It was simply saying, I am not a weak individual who will let somebody physically threaten me without standing up for myself. And that's all I did.
Do
So
you know what? I don't think we should go through individual things that have happened. What I think we should do from here is find some sort of a resolution, right?
I
And
agree.
to be fair, for anyone who thinks whatever they want to think about me, I think
why would I apologize?
I think you would all agree that behind the scenes, I have been trying to make that happen. Would you all agree with that? That I have been trying to get everyone together to.
We all have. We all have.
Okay, yeah, we all have that.
Yeah.
Sava's been going over. Sava's been instigating it the most. I would agree. Yes.
Look, let's just look at the end of the day. Yeah.
So going
I didn't
forward,
lie.
we're just
It's
going to
been
have
an emotional
we're gonna
day,
have
I'm
debates
sorry.
as well.
Ever,
We'll have
you've had a
these
long day,
discussions, we'll
mate.
have these
All right,
debates and
guys,
that, right?
let's have it right. Let's have it right. Okay. Because me, I just say it as it is, man. The only way we will all debate is if friends of friends who maybe don't see eye to eye with each other stop putting obstacles in the way. Until they are told, convinced, or otherwise change their mind, this won't stop. And I said this to you, Sava, and it's difficult. It's so difficult. For example, I had a long chat with Sean Butler last night. 3 hours on the phone with him. I haven't spoken to him maybe 6 weeks, right? 3 hours. Don't ask me how it got into a 3-hour chat. And he said to me, it's difficult for debates because of these obstacles, right? Without telling you the conversation we had. And I agreed with him. I said, I totally agree.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
That's why I don't like YouTube. This is why I don't like this anymore, because I'm getting fed up with that.
We found a way to come and have this chat, right? Whether it ends up being a good thing or not, we'll find out.
Well, let's hope it is. Let's hope it is.
And I hope anybody who's out there watching.
The proof in the pudding is if we, rather than having these opinions or banter, whatever you want to call it, we actually say, right, do you know what? Let's have this chat. Let's have this chat on Romero. Let's have this chat on Conte. Let's have this chat on Kulu, Son, Kane, Poch, and whatever.
Start up a show, Sava, on your channel. Call it the Dumpster Fire. Invite us all on, and we'll all just shit on each other for an hour and a half. We'll have hundreds of thousands of viewers. It'll be great.
And for the record, right? And for the record, this has got nothing to do with clout chasing. Tottenham Away was the biggest channel of the small channels at one point. We lost it all, right? We didn't need the clout. It's not about clout. I've said it all along. I don't care about likes, subscribes. It doesn't change my life, right? For me, this is about having an opinion as a Spurs fan, and I'm a big personality. And so are you, Sava. So are you. So is Will. There's many big personalities, and this is the tough bit. Like, how do you bring it together? I don't know, because there's too many obstacles.
And this is the last thing that I'm going to say on this, because Sean's welcome to come on the show right now. Because I don't know if he's watching or not, but he's welcome to come on right now. We can talk about this issue too. But Nice One Sonny is about to get blocked because I didn't lie. I don't lie. I can put the screenshots on screen right now if people want me to. Right? I don't lie. I just don't.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of people in the chat trying to add fuel.
Of course they are.
Like
they're going to do that.
We're a negative channel. Like, I don't care. Then why are you watching? Then why are you watching? You know.
I hate it, because the thing is, though, I like all of you. Do you know what I mean? You know.
Like I told Sava, for me, Sava and Henry knows. I gave a super chat the other day to Henry's channel. I gave a super chat to Sava because I love football. And when I hear a good debate, I want to hear debate. And Sava talks about football. When I love to hear he has this channel and asthmatic, because for me, I like football. And if I hear a good debate, I'm going to give my hard-earned money to Super Chat, you know, because I want to talk about football, right? I don't want to hear about first grade girl fighting. Like I want to talk about football, but I want to see good debates, right? I'm not a big fan of echo chambers. I love difference of opinions. And I think channels are really at best when there are like difference of opinions, right? As much as some people don't like Terry Flewis, but he gets a variety of opinions And so that's what people watch, right? People watch because they talk about football and someone's coming with an opinion that's like, all right, you're crazy. Oh, your point is delusional whatsoever. But people see the banter. That's what I love about it. And it's just, for me, it's just like, man, I want it to be fun again. Let's talk football. Let's talk football. And if I don't like your point, all right, let's find a time. Let's find time to talk about that point. I know it's tough to find that time. Okay, we can set it up. All right, 3 days later, like for example, like me has been trying to get together, but his clock, my clock is
in a way.
I'm in Mexico. When I'm not in Mexico, he's somewhere else. But when we get together, we're gonna talk about, okay, right, 4 points out of 6. I would never believed it. Right? I'm happy now. Because coming in to the season, I was depressed because of last season, And for me, even in debate, I could say, you know what? Though I was Conte in, but I could agree with Saba. The football was boring. It was depressing for me,
Let me say now,
football.
right? Live on air, right? Let me say now, live on air. I have been trying for I don't know how long to try and nip this in the bud of everyone. It has proved difficult to get everyone round the table because lots has happened. I am sitting in now on air saying to everyone, I am tired. I am drained. I am so bored of this. All I want to do is talk football, right? Everybody in my comments, everybody in this comments needs to stop dictating who are the real Spurs fans, who are the fake Spurs fans. I think we can acknowledge everyone is a Spurs fan. This needs to stop. I am very happy from this moment forward to draw a line under everything. I don't care what's happened. I don't care if anyone, not that this has happened, if anyone's threatened to kill me, if anyone's this, that, I don't care. Right now, I will draw a line under all of this because do you know what? I'm emotionally tired. I'm drained and I'm too old for this shit. Right? Pardon of swearing. I can literally right now sit here and say, I just want all of this to be buried. I'm willing to virtually shake hands with everyone right now. I'm willing to say, anyone in the chat, even the people that hate me, let's have a fresh start. Anyone is welcome on my show. Anyone who doesn't like Stel or Will on their channel from my show, please go over, support them as well. Let's all give each other a fresh start and let's just be Tottenham fans because I'll be honest, I'm feeling emotional about this because I've had a long day. I'm tired and I'm really, really drained and I just want all this to go away. So if everyone's cool with that,
I can accept
that's
that.
what I want. And I don't care now. I'll say one more thing. I don't care. Anyone else in the background that doesn't agree with me or wants to say, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I don't care. I want peace. I want to talk football, which is why I've decided to make this my career. I don't want this. I don't want the drama, right? So I'm putting my hand out to every single one of you right now. I apologize for anything I have done. I'm doing this live on air, right? I apologize for anything I have done intentionally, unintentionally. If I've blocked somebody, maybe for the wrong reason, I apologize for all of it. Let's start again. Let's start fresh and let's move forward as Tottenham fans under an era, under a manager we can all be excited by, a team we can be excited by, and let's just get on.
Yeah, big up, Seba. Big up. Look, I'm done. I'm going to echo what he says and what Mari said as well. Big up to yourself as well,
100%.
guys. I think
right, without putting a downer on this, right? Well said. I literally just said, Saba, I can buy into that. That's fine. That has to happen though, right? That's the only thing I'm going to say. That actually has to happen because it's wonderful when we say these things. It has to happen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and make that happen. I'm going to set up a WhatsApp group and put people in, and people that leave, they leave. But I just want people to know, if people leave the group, I cannot call them my community because that is a sign saying, still, fuck off, I'm not interested, right? The ones that stay, cool. And I will invite all of those people on a weekly basis. Here's the link to my show if you want to come on. And if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. And if you guys want to put links to your shows as well, then feel free to do so. Because otherwise, in a week's time, this speech means nothing. And I'm just saying there needs to be action. That's
That's
what I'm saying.
I can't. I'll sit here right now and say I can't control.
No, we
everyone.
don't expect you to. They're
I
responsible for their actions,
I
right?
can
Just
control
because
me.
Everyone's
Yeah.
grown ups, mate.
No,
Everyone-
Sava,
we
you
don't-
are
People
Sava.
stay.
You're no
People
one
stay.
else.
People
Sava,
go,
we
they
know,
go.
you know, Sava, I know you, and you know, you're a good person, regardless. Yeah, right.
We're all good people, man.
Yeah,
Everyone.
yeah,
here
no.
is good
I'm
people,
just
man.
saying,
Come on.
no, because I can see Sava's emotional. I get Sava because I spoke to him personally. You're a good person, yeah, right. I know you're doing this. I know what you're doing at the moment, and your target at the moment, yeah. And it's nothing against you, bruv. You know what I mean? It's nothing against you. You know what I mean? I only said you're disappointed.
Alex, I don't
because-
care about my target. Alex, I've had a really emotional day, right? I've had a really, really.
No, that's what I'm
emotional
saying.
day.
I said
And
that.
I just don't want drama. I'm tired. I'm
Yeah.
angry. And I just want all this to go away. So listen, I'm sitting here right now. I don't care what anyone else does. They can call me out, whatever. I am extending my hand to every single Tottenham channel out there, to any YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I start fresh from this moment onwards. Anything I say is not about you. If you think it's about you, please message me and I will clarify. Right. But I just can't. I just can't do it.
Also, can I just add, this group that you're going to set up still, everyone needs to be transparent, by the way. If we're going to do shit, like we was talking about earlier on, if you're going to come up and, you know, just tell me on the group, message me, Hass.
no problem.
I'm going to do this. Are you available tonight? Or Sava, I'm going to do this based on what you said. Are you available? You know, everyone needs to be transparent.
And that's fair and true.
It can never be.
But please don't take that as like a threat. Like,
No,
if you
no
don't
one's
come on my show, I'm doing
No
this.
one's gonna take it as a
That's not what it's
At the end
about,
of the
right?
day, also, for the chat, this is for the benefit of the chat. It doesn't mean that we're going to sit down and we're going to be like, oh, hello, like that. No, we're going to have heated discussions. It is going to get heated. If anyone's watched Sava's show, yeah, you watch, you know, the heated arguments that he's had on there, but it's not personal. Everyone's okay after that. It just gets a bit heated. We are going to have those heated arguments. We are. Yeah, but
they're going to happen.
You know, that's all part of debate.
I personally like him. Call me a sadist. I don't know.
Look,
but it gets my
not
blood
hate,
boiled. And I don't take them personally ever.
Yeah. All I'm going to say is let's cut it off now. I think Sava's had a really long and emotional day as well. Without getting into it. Stel, just add us on the group and also the chat as well. Yeah. I suppose tune into everyone's channels, and
I gotta go and pick up the wedding ring because they resized it.
Huh?
Yeah, good luck with that, Maury. Well done, mate.
You're not supposed to say that live on air. What if she watches the show, bro?
Oh no, she's not watching. Just I know she's sleeping. I know she's sleeping right now.
She can watch it back. It's on YouTube. I'm just teasing you.
That's true. But no, I'm gonna pop the question in about 2 weeks in Mexico. So yeah, so
Again,
I got.
You're not supposed to say that live.
We end it on a high note. There you go.
She's not watching. I know for a fact she's not watching. But I gotta pick up the ring. You just text me to say the ring is ready. So,
Go get it.
Yeah, but like I said, this is what I was really hoping to come to a resolution. Sava knows we were talking all day. I said I would, do my part and see we could come to a resolution because, like I said, I just want to talk about football. I would like to debate football because I love football, and that's all I care about. That's all I care about. Respectfully, and it's just that's all I want to see. But yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, and if some people can't necessarily handle an open forum debate and they want to do it in a more, classical debate format, I mean, I'll even moderate it. And I mean, by moderate, I mean literally moderate it as like a Switzerland and not say anything. And you can literally do it in a, modern day debate type of a format, 5-minute openings, 10-minute response, 30-minute open conversation, questions and answers. Like there's ways that these debates can happen in a civilized manner without everybody, stabbing each other. And then, because the thing that really bothers me is a lot of times we'll have these bust ups live on air, but it's the daggers thrown behind the scenes that none of the audience ever sees that really honestly bug me the most. right? Getting cussed out to the day after, or it's that kind of thing for me. I'd rather just do it live on air because this is just the way that I am, and I know that not everybody's like me, but for me, I don't ever say anything in private that I wouldn't say live on air because I'm just an open book like that. That's just the kind of person I am. If I'm going to call somebody a prick, the reason why I did it live on air and not in a WhatsApp group is because, hey, if I think they're a prick, I'm going to call them a prick. Hate it, love it, leave it, whatever. I'm just open book.
Everyone in the chat, by the way, is a French.
Guys, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna end the show. If we need to chat backstage, we can. No, I'm flying tomorrow morning. I've got to pack my bags. I know you guys are busy. Well, we can have a quick chat behind stage and whatnot. Listen, guys, everyone in the chat, thank you for any super chats, stickers. If we never read your messages tonight, apologies. I'll make it up to you next show. There's so many guys. Sorry, we didn't read the messages and whatnot. But everyone subscribe to all the channels on here, and we'll be back this week. Bye.
The first game we look for, Robbie. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away.